a way. The numbers on the zone tonight were absolutely astronomical. They're going to have to, and they will make a huge offer for that fight. Fox will also make a huge offer for that fight. But he's free to make the fights that he wants to make, where he wants those fights to happen. So for me, I think it's a very straightforward process. I think that process should start immediately, and I don't see any complications with his position.
No se puede descartar la pelea con plan, pero si se consigue, pues cada vez más especialistas dicen es que no hay nadie en 160 o 168 que le gane, que es justo, y aquí también involucro a él porque sé que tú haces lo que él te diga. Que entonces digan, pues que suba hasta las 175, una quinta división para ti. Por eso, ¿te parece que sea justo que, no, como nadie le gana?
No es justo porque si quieren subo a completo para ver si los tengo contentos ya con eso. No, la verdad es que nosotros estamos haciendo nuestro trabajo, estamos haciendo lo que debemos de hacer, haciendo historia, y eso es lo que más contento nos tiene. Y digan lo que digan, al final de cuentas cuando me retire la historia va a estar ahí.
Y en ese sentido, Eddie, justamente porque tarde que temprano llegarán esos nombres otra vez, los Charlos, los Andrade, los Golovkin todavía, si ellos quieren ya tienen que subir a 168.
Sale, pero como dice Saúl, pues sí, lo que quieren es que pierda, y a raíz de eso quieren ponerle peleadores más pesados y peleadores de otra división. Entonces hacemos nuestro trabajo y vamos a barrer con el 168. Sabíamos, ¿no? Lo que ellos son de los primeros asaltos iba a ser un poco complicado para mí, pero desde antes lo dije, ¿no? Que mi pelea iba a empezar desde el séptimo round para adelante, más o menos.
No, we knew who Billy was. We knew it was going to be complicated, especially in the early round. But like I said before, my fight was going to start from the 7th round on.
You get something going on.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Big fan.
Thank you.
What's up, though?
I know that.
What do you think?
Man, you fight with nobody. Hey, you are a champion, but hey, you fight with nobody, man. You won you won the belt with nobody. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. It's my night. Who am fighting?
No,
Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck you. Fuck you. All of you. We don't get this.
Hey, get the fuck out of here, because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker. Oh, you got it. Hey, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Watch your mouth.
Hey.
How you go, guys, please.
What? Hey, what?
Hey, you're a horrible fighter, man. You never gonna get the fight, man. You're a horrible fighter. Horrible fighter. Horrible fighter.
Okay, next question.
Just payday. You want payday. I know that.
What's your mouth, bro? What's your mouth? What's your mouth? When I see you was on.
Yeah. I see you outside. Yeah, man.
That's what I see you.
Next question, please.
Por eso estoy listo para regresar a mi casa y defender mis títulos en el lugar donde nací y inició mi historia, con la gente que siempre me ha apoyado. En mayo de este año voy a pelear por Jalisco y celebrar contigo la grandeza de nuestra tierra. Nos vemos pronto. Por eso estoy...
Yo, what is going on to everybody around the world? Smash that like button and subscribe to your boy Rapstar Boxing Knowledge. Mr. Canelo Alvarez, King Nilo, the face of boxing, the man who's the cash cow, comes out on social media today, bro. And Canelo Alvarez tells the world that he is going to fight in Mexico. That's right. Canelo Alvarez told everybody that he's going to fight in his motherland, in Mexico, and the Mexicans better get ready because Canelo Alvarez is coming for one of the biggest days in Mexico. And he said one of the greatest fighters. You know one thing about Canelo, bro? Canelo tells the world, I'm the greatest fighter himself. He knows that how great he is for Mexico. So Canelo Alvarez has officially came out and told everybody that he is going back to his motherland and he's going now to fight in Mexico. He's not fighting in America. He ain't coming to England. He's going where he comes from. So look, hey, the Mexicans, they must be fucking proud. The Mexicans must be proud. They've got a big event. And I'll tell you what, there ain't nothing like the Mexican fans, though. And Canelo Alvarez is going to sell out the whole Mexico, bro. The stadium's going to be packed. And I'm telling you now, I can imagine how many people in Mexico are going to be going crazy for Canelo Alvarez to fight in his own country. So a big shout out to Canelo Alvarez, bro. You know what I mean? A big shout out to Canelo Alvarez for bringing his fight back to his fucking country, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now he's giving back to the Mexicans. And he's going to stay there and show them how it's done. So, yo, you got to give Canelo his fucking flowers. That he's going to now put that fight on in Mexico. So he hasn't announced who he's going to fight, though. Canelo Alvarez has not named his opponent. But I think most of us know that the man who's going to go to Mexico to fight Saul Canelo Alvarez, there's only one guy coming to my brain right now, and that is, as you know, John Ryder. So look, at the end of the day, though, it's an event. So Mexico's got to fight, bro. The kingpin of boxing is bringing a fight to his own country, bro. And the Mexican fans are hyped up. I would be too. I was hyped up if Canelo was coming to England. So can you imagine the fans in Mexico? You know what I'm saying? This is a big event in Mexico, bro. And Canelo Alvarez has told the fans, bro, that we're going to have a big event. And this fight is coming to Mexico in May. In May. You know what I mean? So, yo, it is what it is. It's a big fight in Mexico now. You know? Now, I haven't seen many fights televised in Mexico in the last 5-10 years that I can say, wow, this is going to bring Mexico back on the map. Canelo Alvarez is bringing Mexico on the map just to let people know that you got to come to Mexico if you want to watch him live. Now, I wonder what stadium and how many people can they host. Now, I've heard that Chavez Sr. fought in Mexico and sold out an arena over 70, 80,000 people. Now, how many people and what's the stadium capacity in Mexico, bro? I haven't done my research on the stadiums. I don't know where in Mexico he's going to be fighting. But I wonder how many people can fit in that stadium in Mexico. How many people fitted in the stadium when Chavez Sr. fought in Mexico? Yo, let me give a shout out to people in the chat. Smash that like button. Canelo Alvarez is going back where he's from, and he's going to bring back boxing in Mexico. So, yes, Canelo Alvarez has officially, I'll say it again, officially announced that he's going to fight for his vatos, for his cartelos, Mr. King Nello, is going back to where he's from and bringing back big time boxing in Mexico. So here you go, bro. Canelo's going back to the motherland and where he's from. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Canelo Alvarez. Yes, Canelo Alvarez, giving back to your people. You know what I'm saying? Showing the people of Mexico that you can make it happen right there in front of their eyes. You know? That's a lot of respect for Canelo to embrace his people. You know? That's Canelo saying that I'm bringing this to my country, bro. So you got to give him, you know what I mean, his respect. Canelo is going home. That's right. Canelo is going to fight in his backyard. Yo, I don't think anybody can beat Canelo in his own backyard. Fucking hell. If you go fight Canelo Alvarez in his backyard and he gets comfortable, and now he's just going to stay in Mexico, bro. Imagine this. Canelo's been fighting away from home. Canelo's been fighting in America for most of his fucking fights. Now, if he goes back home and he enjoys it, and it's a major event, now you got to beat Canelo Alvarez in his own backyard. Boy, that's even harder now. Fucking hell. You got to go beat Canelo Alvarez now in his own backyard. Jeez. And, you know, that's the power of the Mexicans. You got to give him that power today. The Mexicans have got power, bro. You got to give the Mexican the power down. Today, the Mexicans running the boxing. Today, Mexicans running the boxing. It's not the American. The American can't do what Canelo Alvarez can do. The Mexican is the man. Saul Canelo Alvarez. The man that the Americans want to take the piss out of. The man that the American fanboys, some of the Americans, when you see the fanboys of the American fighters, they always love hating on Canelo. The only reason is Canelo Alvarez is a bigger name. Canelo Alvarez is bigger fighter than anybody even in America, bro. That's the truth. Mexicans running boxing right now. You get me? At the end of the day, it is what it is. Now, when it comes to that side of the world, Canelo Alvarez, he's a much bigger fighter than Errol Spence. Canelo Alvarez is a way bigger fighter than Terence Crawford. Canelo Alvarez is a much bigger fighter than Gervonta Tank Davis. Canelo Alvarez is a bigger fighter than everybody in the United States. Do you get what I'm trying to say to you? He is the face of boxing, whether you like it or you don't. Look, Canelo Alvarez is so powerful, yeah? He making the man from England go to Mexico. He's making the man from England. They all got to go where Canelo Alvarez goes. They got to go where Canelo Alvarez goes. And that's all I'm saying, bro. That right now, Canelo Alvarez is calling the shots. Canelo Alvarez is bringing that heat. He's bringing that money, and he's got all that fucking legacy and the fame. Canelo Alvarez is right now the kingpin, even over all the Americans. Canelo Alvarez. So it just is what it is, bro. It just is what it is. Now, of course, there's other fighters which are heavyweights, which are classed as getting big money. But all round, Canelo Alvarez is the biggest name and the biggest purse. And all the big fucking numbers are all around Saul Canelo Alvarez. But hey, listen, let me tell you this though. Him fighting in Mexico though, hey, that's a good thing for Mexicans. That's a good thing for the Mexicans. For Canelo Alvarez to bring back big time boxing in their country again. That's big. You know what I'm saying? Just to say that Mexicans are ruling, they're doing something. And that's what Canelo Alvarez is putting on the map. Canelo Alvarez is just saying, yo, we're going back to my country now. We're fighting in my country. But yo, let me just get my girlfriend Tracy out. Give me a couple of minutes and I'll be back.
Right, what's going on here, Donny Zonderets? Barry's actually going to propose to Sandra. Sandra has been giving Barry mad head lately, and he's whipped, yeah? He's doing this behind the back of the boys, because they know, yeah, they would have cussed him out for proposing to Sandra. Tracy had one job to do, and that was to record it. But she's all over the bloody place. Barry's clocked that she didn't get the footage, so he's going to propose to Sandra again. Oh, for fuck's sake, Tracy! What's going on?
Yo, let me just see who's in the chat right here. Yes, John McSmith. What is going on, bruv? Daddy Medina. Yes, mate. The one and only Brian Guzman. What's happening, Spa? Peter Vonox in the house. Yes, Les Miss Rivera. Mr. Sanchez. What is going on? Tip Bayless. Man, everybody's so fucking quiet out here, bro. Everybody seems dead out here, bro. Let's just shut this fucking live down. That's what we should do. I don't see everybody so excited about Canelo Alvarez right now. Motherfuckers, are you excited for him fighting in Mexico or not? Are you guys disappointed that he's fighting in Mexico? Yes or no? Or don't you even give a fuck? Or don't you even give a fuck? I think that's big, innit? Pound says no. No. I can see the chat now. Peter, what's going on? Brian Guzman. Star Fox. Pound says no, man. Yes, we need the Nello fight. Yo, what's happening, the Chief? You alright, bro? Hey, the biggest hater in boxing. Yo, the biggest hater in boxing's in the building, bro. The biggest hater. Canelo's biggest hater is right here. Canelo's biggest hater. It can only be Johnny Thunder, Mr. Mirage. He's the most... How can I say, bro? This guy is... He loves Canelo really inside. He's really in love with Canelo, but, you know, it's turned him the other way. It's turned Canelo's turned Johnny Thunder the other way, you know. I think deep down inside, he fancies Canelo Alvarez. He wants to make Canelo Alvarez his husband, but, you know, it is what it is. Dizzy Dro, what is happening, bro? Dizzy Dro, what's going on, brother? Yes, Bruce goes in the motherfucking house. Hey, the one and only, bro. Punch Drunk Boxing. Yes, Punch. What's happening? Man, I'm half asleep. You guys might even put me back to sleep in a bit. We'll see. Are we going to have any smoke? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Yes, Brian Guzman. Yes, Peter. What's happening? What's happening, Peter? You alright, bruv? Yeah, so it's official, bro, people. Canelo Alvarez, King Nello, the Cartelo, is going to fight in his country, in Mexico. Now, it's hard enough beating Canelo Alvarez in another country, but fighting Canelo Alvarez in Mexico, bro. Fucking hell, if you beat Canelo Alvarez in Mexico, the fucking cartel from the fucking stadium will fucking shoot you, bro. Man's gonna be scared to beat Canelo Alvarez in Mexico, bro. Are you gonna come out alive if you beat Canelo Alvarez in Mexico? Are you gonna come out alive? Is the question. I'm just saying, bro. You know the cartels out there, man. They're not gonna have it. If Canelo fucking loses right in front of their eyes, and the cartels have got billions of dollars out there on their drug money on the bets, and Canelo lets them down, holy shit. You know what I mean? Holy shit, bro. Wow. The chief just said something else, bro. The chief has just come out and said something else. Look at what the chief is saying, bro. I'm going to be honest. I don't like this fight being in Mexico. What? Now here comes another guy that says that he don't like this fight to be in Mexico. Anybody else feel like the chief? Does anybody else feel like the chief, bro? Huh? Does anybody else feel like they don't like the fight to be in Mexico? Does anybody fucking else feels like the chief? It makes no sense fighting Ryder in Mexico. If Canelo loses to John Ryder, then he deserves to wake up in a burrito in Mexico. I don't know about that one, but yo. Boxing with Frank Bay says, what does it matter? Everyone is talking about it. Benny says, wherever the fight happens, it won't be great. I mean, look, at the end of the day, when Canelo takes this fight to Mexico, bro, any fight in Mexico is going to be major. It's going to be huge. It's going to be great for the Mexican fans, bro. But what you're saying is he's not giving the Mexican fans. So what Brian is saying, that even if the fight's in Mexico, Canelo Alvarez isn't giving the Mexican fans an A-class fight. He's giving them a tune-up fight in Mexico. Is that what you're saying, Brian? That is not the high-caliber opponent. That Canelo Alvarez is having an easy fight in Mexico. Is that what you're saying, Brian? That Canelo Alvarez, even though he's going to Mexico, it's an easy fight. So it's not going to be a great fight. But it's going to be a major event, bro. Mexicans are going to make it a huge event. It's going to be big. You're going to see it go. It's going to be look like it's packed like crazy. Rap, why is both of your channels live? Because I'm not sending the link on this channel for that anymore. We're going to that other channel when it comes to me sending a link. you get what I'm saying? I'm going to send the link on the other channel, bro. We're going to move over to the other channel if people want to talk. Did you forget that tip? So people need to go and support the other channel. Because sooner or later, I'm not going to be doing sending the links on this channel. We're going to be sending the links on that channel, bro. Rapstar Raw Boxing. And whoever came there yesterday got a wrench. Whoever came there yesterday got a wrench. So if you didn't come there yesterday, you got to wait for your wrench. So whoever turned up there yesterday, I can't remember who came. But those are the people that got the wrench now. So I hope all of you made it to that channel. I hope all of you have made it to that channel. Rapstar Raw Boxing is going to be the next channel. We got to blow that channel up. Because when they shut this channel down, if they shut this one down, we got that backup channel, bro. Because the kind of crazy shit that people talk, YouTube don't want that shit on this channel. So we're going to go to that channel to talk your shit. You know? But look, big shout to Canelo Alvarez, bro. A big shout to Canelo Alvarez, brother. You know, at the end of the day, Canelo Alvarez is bringing the event to Mexico, bro. You know, that's a third world country. He's bringing them fucking excitement, bro. Think about it that way. How about you think about what Canelo's doing? You know, Canelo's probably taking less money. I'm sure Eddie Hearn was saying this, that if Canelo fights in Mexico, it'll be slightly less money. Now, I don't know exactly all the stats, but what I do know is Canelo Alvarez is bringing the fight to a third world country. At least he's bringing the event, the excitement to these own people. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Canelo Alvarez is doing what Canelo Alvarez should do for the fans. That's his people, bro. And fighters that fight for their fans, they deserve respect more. Canelo Alvarez, with one thing about Canelo Alvarez, you can hate him as much as you fucking want, but the man, still, he addresses fucking his fans. He addresses his people. He's got respect for his fucking people. The American fans and the American fighters don't respect each other, bro. The difference with Canelo Alvarez is his Mexican people respect him and he respects them. That's the difference. And every other motherfucker is sitting here slandering him because they don't respect each other. The only reason people hate on Canelo is because you don't respect yourself and your own fucking people. That is the true fucking fact of the slanderism and the hate. Understand that the fighter that you like, he doesn't even respect you. The fighter that you fucking think that's good, right? He don't respect you. And deep down inside, when he's not doing that good, you're slandering his motherfucking ass. That's the difference. And you just got to look at it from the outside looking in. That the Mexican people respect their guy and their guy respects them. Smash that fucking like button. And subscribe to the Rapstar Raw Boxing. Subscribe to the new channel, Rapstar Raw Boxing. Can somebody please put in the chat or share the link from that new channel to this channel so that people can go and subscribe to that new channel, bro? You know, you get people always hating on another person. And they're always hating on the other person because they don't like the other fucking person's culture. That's what YouTube boxing's about, bro. The people who don't like Canelo is they don't like how Mexicans are controlling boxing. They don't like it that a Mexican man is in control when it comes to boxing right now. They don't like it. And those are just the facts. No feelings over here, mate. Those are just the facts. The crazy thing is, right? This is mad. Watch this. Give me a second. Let me find this picture. No, I can't find that picture right now. I don't know where it is. I've got to look for it. So, yeah, the crazy thing is, right? You got these fighters, they don't even fight each other. Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, and these motherfuckers are going at each other for years. And now that they don't get that fight, they're slandering Canelo Alvarez. Make sense out of this shit, bro. Some of these American fanboys hate on Canelo Alvarez and they're going back and forth about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, where the motherfuckers didn't even fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Make it real, bro. I do see a bit of hate out here. I'm not going to lie. I see hate for the Latino brothers out there, bro. I'm going to keep it real. But then I see hate for other people. But I see a lot of people in America, yeah? They're like downplaying Canelo Alvarez or the Latino fighters, mate. I'm just keeping it real, bro. I'm from England. Why the fuck do I can see it. And that hate comes from America, bruv. That's just facts. Those American channels, they hate on the Latino fighters, bruv. That's facts, man. They hate even American Latinos. They hate American Latinos, bruv. And let me tell you why. I can always see an American hating on Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia, last time I checked, he's an American. I see American people hating on Teofimo Lopez. The last time I checked, Teofimo Lopez was an American. But the way that they look at it, nah. He's a Latino. You know, the Americans are also, they subject themselves from their own people. I just look at it like that and I think, how the fuck are you guys hating on one another? You know, for us in England, Anthony Joshua is Anthony Joshua. Tyson Fury is Tyson Fury. Josh Taylor, Josh Taylor. Josh Warrington, fucking Jack Catterall. We're all fighting for England. And then you got a man like Canelo Alvarez. who only just started to speak like it is English, comes to America and takes over the American fucking numbers, the box office, takes over the boxing, bro. You just gotta give respect where respect's due, bro. At the end of the day, Canelo Alvarez is doing big things in boxing. People don't like it. You know, people can't even make fights, but Canelo can make fights anytime, any place, anywhere. Canelo can fight in England, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, America. He don't need any. Yo, listen, his name's so big, he can go anywhere. Tell me any other American boxers can do that. At the moment, you can't. The only man they got is Deontay Wilder, who lost to Tyson Fury. So I'm saying that the Americans are bad motherfuckers. Yes, they are. Americans have always been bad motherfuckers when it comes to boxing. You can't deny that. But at the moment, they're not the biggest name in boxing. They're not the biggest in boxing today. They were. After Floyd Mayweather came Canelo Alvarez. And the Americans haven't took over Canelo Alvarez. You Americans are the top dogs when it came to the past. But right now, the top dog is Saul Canelo Alvarez when it comes to money, when it comes to belts, when it comes to movements, when it comes to TV networks, when it comes to the whole fucking box office. It's about Canelo Alvarez, bro. Canelo Alvarez can go to Texas and oversell Errol Spence Jr. He can come to America and oversell the American fighter in his own fucking state. Canelo Alvarez can come to America and take over the man in America. That's how powerful he is. That's just who he is. He's got the biggest fan base. His fans are loyal to him. His fans will pay $100, $50 pay-per-view, no problem. Canelo Alvarez fans don't want to stream his fights. They will pay for his fights. And that's just the way that it is, bro. Whether you like it or you don't, he brings the biggest pulling power. So, of course, Canelo Alvarez is a proud man, and so are his fans. So when he's going to Mexico, yo, they're doing big things. And I'm going to say this, bro. Everybody's doing great things, right? Everybody's great. But Canelo's just doing it. He just did it bigger. He's doing it bigger. Canelo's pulling a fire out of my country, and that guy has to go to Mexico. So no matter what, all roads lead to Canelo Alvarez. Everybody's got Canelo Alvarez in their fucking brain. Jamal Charlo, Canelo Alvarez. Demetrius Andrade, Canelo Alvarez. David Benavidez, even though he's fighting Plant, his main thing is, Canelo Alvarez. Everybody talks about Canelo Alvarez. And the crazy thing is, even the American bad boys, you go ask Errol Spence Jr., who's the number one pound for pound. He will tell you he thinks it's still Canelo Alvarez. You go ask Javante Tank Davis, who's the best fighter. He says Canelo Alvarez. I'm just saying, the real ones recognize. The real ones recognize that Canelo Alvarez is that guy. You know what I'm saying? He just is that guy of boxing today. Whether we like it or not, he is the biggest star, bro. It just is. And it didn't even matter if he lost to Bivol. That's crazy. Even when Canelo Alvarez losing to Bivol, because he goes up so many weight classes, he's still classed as one of the bad motherfuckers. At the end of the day, that loss hasn't really diminished him in any way much. Because Canelo is just a fucking motherfucking bad motherfucker. He will go up in that much weight when the man is smaller than fucking Errol Spence in height. Errol Spence is taller than Canelo fucking Alvarez, bro. Remember this. Canelo started at 154. This guy going up there trying to fight people way bigger than him. You got to respect that. Ain't nobody doing that either. Ain't nobody doing that either. Coming there hating on the motherfucker. Ain't nobody doing what he did. So what if he didn't fight this guy and he didn't fight that guy? He fought everybody else. He fought fucking everybody else. And even the time that he didn't fight Andre years ago, he goes and fights a much bigger motherfucker in Kovalev. So you either way got to give him respect. He didn't go and fight a fucking tune-up. He went out there 2 weight classes and stopped Sergio Kovalev. Whatever way you want to cook it, ain't none of the other motherfuckers going to do what he did. Ain't no Jamal Charlo going up 2 weight classes to fight a Kovalev. He can't even beat people in his own fucking weight class. Ain't no Demetrius Andrade going up 2 weight classes to beat another guy. He ain't doing it. And, you know, we talk about Benavidez, David Benavidez. He would rather die and stay at 168 than go up 2 weight classes. The same Mexican monster ain't going to be doing what Canelo Alvarez has done. Ain't nobody going to do that. But Canelo Alvarez did. I'm just saying, bro. At the end of the day, you can say it, cook it what way you want. Ain't no other motherfucker did what he's done. So what are you going to say? And I know you're going to have haters. You're going to have haters. Nah, rap star, Canelo's overhyped. Rap star, Canelo's fucking cherry picking. Okay. But the best of the best cherry picked anyway. Floyd Mayweather fucking cherry picked. He's still done more than your fucking favorite fighter, bruv. And your favorite fighter don't like you. Your favorite fighter don't have no respect for you. But with Canelo Alvarez, his fans have got respect for him, and he's got respect for his fans. Just is what it is. Hey, yo, look, let me just say this, bro. Can Canelo Alvarez fight Jamal Charlo? Yes, he can. Can Canelo Alvarez fight Boo Boo? Yes, he can. Can Canelo Alvarez fight Benavidez afterwards? Yes, he can. But he don't owe those motherfuckers nothing. He don't owe nobody nothing. That's just the way it is. He's just put himself where he is. He don't owe them nothing, bro. Now it's up to him. He might turn around and say, yo, let's just fight the Mexican monster. Fuck it. Or he might turn around and fight any one of them. Or he might not fight none of them and say, yo, fuck yourself. I'm going to fight fucking Bivol. I'm going to fight Bivol again. And the only motherfuckers like Mirage or Johnny Thunder, which will come here hating on him, another Southpaw's fucking girlfriend, because he hates himself. At the end of the day, it's very simple. All those fighters know they ain't done shit compared to Canelo Alvarez. So they all got to wait for the lottery ticket. Everybody's got to wait for the payday. Now, if Canelo Alvarez says, fuck you all motherfuckers, I'm going to fight in Mexico and I'm going to fight a rematch versus Dimitri Bivol. Fuck you motherfuckers. That's a major fight because that's a hard fight. He going to go fight somebody who already beat him. How the fuck you hating on him? Just let's look at that logic. Here's a man that's willing to go and rematch another man that's way bigger than him, that beat him already. Man, I can only respect that. As a man, I can only respect that. As a man, that you are trying to now beat the man that you know's way bigger than you, that you know can beat you, that you know's got skills, and you're gonna try and beat him again, or lost to him, but try and see if you can refine that loss. Man, that's respect. I gotta respect that fucking belief, that mindset. That even though Canelo didn't look great against Gennady Golovkin, but he's never looked great against Gennady Golovkin. But anybody else, he's worked it out. Apart from Floyd Money when he was a young guy. But look at the mindset of the fucking guy. That, yo, fuck every motherfucker. If they don't think I can do it, I'm going to try one more time. How can you not respect that as a man? Somebody tell me that. Tell me how you can't respect in your brain that the man's trying to beat a guy who already beat him. Come on, man. You got to give that he's got a mindset to try and do that. What the fuck you need to fight anybody else anyway? You don't owe nobody nothing. That's just my opinion. Now, would I like to see the fights? Yes, I do. But fans coming here slandering and always talking that slander. Yeah, but you got to fight him. Or he's a bitch. Or he got to fight him. Man, he don't need to do nothing. Because your fighter ain't fighting nobody. And he don't even like your motherfucking ugly ass. And you don't even respect your own fighter that you're pushing. You just don't like Canelo Alvarez. Keep it real. You pushing this other motherfucker because you don't like Canelo Alvarez. That's how fans turn it around. Now, would I like to see him fight those guys? Yes. Fight anyone you want. But he doesn't have to. He ain't going to be shamed. You can't shame his position. You couldn't shame Floyd Money Mayweather. How the fuck you going to shame him? Keep the same energy. You reach to a point that you do so many things in boxing and ain't nobody catching up. And that's what Canelo's done. But yo, give me a second. I can't even see the chat, so give me a sec.
What up?
How are you?
I'm great.
Can we meet you?
My name is Tunde Tupac, aka the Rap Killer,
Tunde Tupac.
the Rap Flexer, kill them all.
Your
Rappers.
name.
Your name is
Tunde Tupac.
Tunde Tupac.
You can write the Rap Killer there.
But Tunde is your
It's
name.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Tunde, with your dressing, I know the kind of song that you're about to present.
Yes.
So you want to tell us about it?
Just rap game. I kill the rap game because the haters want us down, but they're not gonna get us.
You don't
Calm
need to
down.
tell us about the haters now.
Rappers, right? You're a
Yes.
rapper.
Rapper.
Good. Let's hear you.
Check it. Ha ha. Check it. Ha ha ha. Check it. Check it. Check it. I rule everywhere. I rule. They want to take me down, but they cannot take me down. Yeah. I rule New York. I rule Lagos to Atlanta. We go to Chicago. Check me out. Check my game. My game is tight. All the haters, I shoot them in the brain. Boom, boom, boom. I've been around with my guys, 50 Cent, Tupac, Biggie, Snoop Dogg. We're all in this game together because I kill them all. I kill Tupac and I kill Biggie. I kill them all because they can't contain my rap game.
Hey!
It's off the hook because I'll
calm
kill
down.
you all now.
No, calm down. You killed?
You killed who?
It's just a lyric. Don't fear.
Lyric.
Your lyric
Hey.
will put you in trouble. You have to be very careful. You don't just go about saying things that you don't know.
It's a rap game. That's how it is.
Oh, okay.
How old are you?
I've been in this game for more than 20 years.
How old are you?
What's it?
I'm 15 years old.
What?
Just forget my age. Just focus on how long I've been in the game.
And you know Tupac. You know Snoop Dogg. You know
By the
50
grace of
Cent.
God, we met in the States.
Oh.
Which state?
Akwa Ibom.
This guy.
You're just a joker. You know what? Just go. We'll get back to you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I just got So let's see who wants to smoke today. Somebody tell me, cause I got one of my friends who's gonna come live later. Shall we get him live? Mr. Rick Glazier. He's got some inside. He wants to smoke. He wants to talk. You guys want to see some smoke? Do you guys want to see some smoke? Shall we get Mr. Ricky Glazier in here a little bit later? Yes or no? Because if we do wanna, then I got to keep this live going. If you want to get him in here, which he's meant to come in a bit, then I got to keep it moving. All right. Shall we get him in here? Yeah, he's got. Hey, look, Rick's been busy in boxing, bro. He's got some inside stories, like always. Whether you believe him all the way or you don't, you know how Rick Glazier is, you know? But some of the stuff he comes with, hey, some of them really do come true, bro. It just is what it is. Now, maybe all of them are not on point, but some of them, hey, what he knows, he knows. Hey, Johnny Thunder, shut the fuck up. You ran away. You ran like a little mouse the other day, bruv. Yeah, we don't want to hear from you no more. Yeah? You ran like a little mouse the other day, bruv. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear your rubbish. You can come and talk to the others. Max and all that will talk to you. Leave me out of it. I'm done with you, mate. Even though I'll still let you do what you do. Just shut up. Yo. I tell you the only way we're going to do this then, yeah? Before I send the link in about 20, 30 minutes, if you guys want to see it moving, then I'm going to send you guys the link. But later on, it'll just be, you know how Rick Glazier is. It's going to be a one-on-one interview, one-on-one. Then everybody will have to leave and come back again. So let me send the link. The one and only, my brethren from the other side of the pond. What's happening, Mr.
Rasta boxing knowledge. Hold on.
Wow, you're screaming there, bro.
Hello?
Yes, you're back.
Yes, rap star, the voice of the UK, London, Scottish, Liverpool, everywhere across the pond. Everywhere across the pond, there's only one man. It's like over here in America, you know what I'm saying? If you go to Houston, you got to check in with Jay Prince. If you go to LA, you got to check in with Snoop Dogg. If you're in New York City, you got to check in with Punch Drunk Boxing. And if you're in UK, you have to check in. Not with Eddie Hearn, not with Frank Warren, not with Tyson Fury, but with Rap Star Boxing Knowledge.
Yes, Punch. I respect that one, bro. But yeah, you're right. Certain places you can't go. You can't go without knowing where Rap Star Boxing Knowledge. Because only I can get you to the underground spots. You can't get there yourself, bro.
And if you want that cocaine, you go to Rap Star Montana Knowledge.
No, that was the old Rap Star, Punch. Don't be don't be trying to push that Rap Star Montana crazy motherfucking shit.
Nah. When we go to fucking London, we're gonna take fucking lines, bro. We're gonna take lines.
I'm done with that shit, bro.
Yeah. No. We're gonna take the lines.
That was the old Rap Star, bro.
Nah,
that was the old motherfucking Rap Star.
Colombian pure shit.
Hey, look, man, that's the old Rap Star, brother.
Well, first I gotta say this, and look, I don't understand you from the UK, but Latinos are the fucking best fighters out in the world. Latinos, win, lose or draw, we want all the smoke. All the small. Look at Javante Davis. He only fight Latinos because we're the only one that step up. You feel me? Look at Teofimo Lopez stepping up. Look at what Canelo Alvarez is at. Huh? The king of boxing. The king. We are the king. Bam Rodriguez, the other one that stepped up. We are the kings of boxing. Latino
So, Punch,
power.
I'm asking you the
Mexico,
question then.
Puerto
Let me
Rico.
ask this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this then, brother. Is Canelo Alvarez showing the world a power move to bring boxing back to his own country, to give back to his people, to bring that energy over there? Is that a power move of Canelo Alvarez? Because others can't do that.
Of course. Yo, he conquered America already. Think about it. What's in America for Canelo Alvarez? He got to go back home. He already conquered. He conquered America. He conquered the UK. He conquered every style. He fought the Russian style. He fought the Kazakhstan Asian style. He fought the Puerto Rican style. He fought the American Slick Fighter style. Whether you black like Daniel Jacobs, whether you white like Caleb Plant, he has conquered it all. Canelo Alvarez has fought every kind, everybody. Ain't nobody matching with Canelo Alvarez. Now he's going to Mexico, you know what I'm saying, to give his people, what he's been doing in America. You know what I'm saying? Canelo Alvarez, nobody could touch him. He's untouchable. His legacy reigns supreme. Ain't no losing with Canelo Alvarez anymore.
Yeah, but how the fuck you meant to beat him in his own country? That's even harder, bro. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? That's Canelo Alvarez
is setting his own spot out there, bro. And what makes you say that now he's the power horse? And look, do you agree with this? And I'm gonna keep moving with this one. Why does Canelo respect his fans? Let me get this off, Punch. Why does Canelo Alvarez respect his fans, and his fans respect him regardless? How come the Americans don't have that connection with their fighters, don't respect their fans, and the fans don't respect them? See, because
Canelo Alvarez gives us what we want. Because Canelo Alvarez gives us what we want. Canelo Alvarez is accomplished, and he's younger than all these guys. The American fighters.
What do you mean he's younger?
Canelo
He's
Alvarez,
younger. What do you mean he's younger? Younger than who?
He's younger than He's younger than Charlo. He's younger than Demetrius Andre, which are American fighters. You know what I'm saying? He's just a younger guy. He already accomplished a lot of stuff. He already accomplished a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Look, even at the age of Floyd Mayweather, he still needed that Manny Pacquiao fight, even at the age of 37, 38, whatever. Canelo Alvarez already accomplished a Hall of Fame career. Less than when he beat Caleb Plant, that's it. It's like, and even before that, he was already a Hall of Fame fighter already. You know what I'm saying?
So why do people still hate on him and call him this and that? Why is there still so much hate for Canelo Alvarez?
Because they're haters of Canelo. There's haters. Haters of Canelo Alvarez. That's what they are. Haters.
Just straight haters.
Give me a sec.
All right. David, you there?
Yo, Rapstar, I got a special guest with me right now that wants to say something to you.
Oh, it's Teofimo Senior, isn't it?
My son's gonna beat the shit out of. My son's gonna fuck Jack Taylor up, bro.
No, I like that guy.
You don't know shit, bro. What's going on, Rapstar?
Hey, your impression's getting better. It's getting better than the last time.
Yo, there's one time where he was.
Haven't you? You've been practicing.
I got a funny one. One time he was on Punch Drunk Show and he was fucking drunk, right? And you was on the show. This is after he lost to Kambosos, and he was talking about fighting Josh Taylor right away. And you asked him, you said, Senior, so you're gonna put your son in there with Josh Taylor without a tune-up? He said, I don't give a fuck, bro. We taking over everybody, bro.
Hey, what's happening?
I was just gonna ask David, what does he think about Canelo?
Forget about that. You can ask me.
No. You can't be rude again. Come on. You don't respect people, we're not gonna respect you. I'm not gonna respect you.
All right, okay.
You're gonna have to wait. If you want to disrespect, you gotta wait.
What's the question about Canelo you was gonna ask me?
Yeah, David. So Canelo Alvarez bringing this fight to his own country, right?
Yeah.
And he's taking it to Mexico, and that's like a power move. He's at least bringing it to his fans, What do you think about that? Are you embracing that? You should be. Are you? What are you saying?
Absolutely, man. Julio Cesar Chavez brought Greg Haugen to Mexico, man. Of course, everybody makes a big deal about fighting on enemy territory, on foreign soil, but these foreign fighters do it all the time. Canelo's been winning over here all the time. He deserves it. Why not? Chavez did it.
Yeah, so it's a big thing for Canelo to bring that to what's his name? Bring it to his own country, right? Because he's showing. He's putting, look. This is a big thing for the fans. The fans know that everybody in the world he's always fighting in America, Saudi Arabia want him, England trying to get him, but his own country got a fight there. It's big for their country, bro. I would say.
Hey, David, is this guy Mexican? Are you Mexican, David, or what?
I'm going to let you guys talk, and I'm going to be back, Mirage. But don't be too rude, B. I'll be back in 5 minutes. David might cook you.
So I'm curious, are the Mexican fans insulted that he's bringing that UK bum to Mexico to fight? That's what I want to know.
I mean, me personally, I don't like calling fighters bums because those guys.
I love it. I love it, actually.
Yeah, so offended that he's gonna sell out. Yeah, okay.
I wanted to ask Rapstar something. Rapstar, before you ran off, are you still there?
Motherfucker, I never run. I come in.
I wanted to ask you a question. Hang on. I remember a few weeks ago, you were sitting here boasting, "Oh, Canelo's coming to the UK.
Yes,
oh, the UK fans love him. Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to save my bickies up to go see Canelo. Oh, I'm so excited." Now what? Fast Eddie pulled a fast one on you. He fucking dogged you out, and he's taking the show to Mexico. What's up?
Nah, I think you're being a bit stupid.
You got all excited.
Now let me talk.
And they teased you.
Now you asked me what's up.
And they
you better shut the fuck up now. Now you better let me talk. You asked me what's up.
You got played by Fast Eddie.
Let me tell you. I said, if Canelo's fighting in England, you idiot, it's a big event. So, of course, for the fans, anyone wants to watch boxing.
You were convinced
so
the
let me
fight was
just say
happening.
this, you hating motherfucker. And I'm going to put you on Rapstar Raw Boxing. I'm taking you out of this channel. The whole reason that I needed to explain this to you, that you can talk as much as you want on my second channel now.
Where's
you
this
have
channel?
Not, which is Rapstar Raw Boxing. Everybody was there yesterday. So you need to go to that channel because that's where you're going to be.
I don't even understand what the difference is. What's the difference?
Shut the fuck up. On this channel, we have different people coming here with a different IQ. Haters and people that really want to hate can go there. That's it. I don't want to talk to you. How about that?
So you're gonna
on this channel?
So you're gonna give up? You want to give up?
On this channel, I don't want you around me.
Yeah, he's just useless.
So you want Frank?
You are useless.
Mirage is hot air, bro.
So you want your boy Frank?
Everybody else has kicked you out. I have to do the same to you on this channel.
Well, I'm not going to go on some secondary channel.
I'm allowing you to go to my side chicks channel. Now you're going to be only allowed on my side chicks channel. You're not allowed on the main channel because you don't have the IQ, the respect for the channel to be
So Rapstar got upset now, and he's throwing the toys out of the pram. Okay.
Hey, Frank, you remember this rule yesterday? I made this rule.
Yes, I remember it. Yep.
What rule, bro? What?
Okay,
you can't say a different opinion?
Dude, it's not your fucking channel. That's the thing. It's not your channel.
Frank, we know you're the biggest fucking fence-sitting little worm, and I know that's the type of people that are comfortable. Rappy's comfortable with that type.
Nah, you're just really passionate about it. You come on high, get angry and
that's
upset.
What people like passion. Do they want to hear you put the room to sleep? Frank comes on, everybody goes to sleep.
People
that's the
prefer
facts.
intelligence. They don't prefer passion.
Well, that's why I'm here. That's my fucking.
It's
deal,
hot
okay?
air. There's no substance.
And I wanted to ask Rapstar, hey,
no, you're not going to ask me nothing anymore. You gotta go to that channel.
I don't understand. I don't
know how it works. Can I talk to you guys on that channel? How does this bullshit work?
You ain't got boxing level of IQ to understand me, bro. I can't talk to you anymore.
Do you know why you can't understand?
You can have your fun.
This is like Einstein talking to a fucking.
I'll tell you what you can do.
You don't understand my level.
You can have your fun. You can have your fun.
Just no respect.
Like people like Max like you. Tip Bayless might tolerate you. I don't know. But you can have.
So you want to censor? You want to censor? You
I
want to
don't want.
censor.
No.
You were saying
I'm
this is
having
open
people coming
smoke.
here from
We're going to
Boston.
let people
No,
talk, and now you're going
I
to
got no
censor.
respect for you.
You're a
You
fucking
ran away
sellout.
like a bitch. You ran away
You
like a
sold
bitch.
out, Rap.
You
I
ran
thought
away
at
like
least
a
you had
bitch.
some balls.
No.
And I
You're a
respect
troll,
people
so
with
I'm gonna
balls.
troll you. You
So
ran
you
away
sold
like a
out.
bitch.
Do you have no
Everybody
respect?
spread
How
the
do you
word.
just not respect
Everybody.
the
You
man's
ran away
channel?
like a bitch the other day.
I don't
And you're trying to
respect
come
you,
here with
Frank.
disrespect.
No, you don't respect the man's channel. It's his channel. He can do
Are
whatever
you
he
a mind
wants. You
reader?
have no
Watch this.
respect.
Are you a
Watch
mind
this.
reader?
I'm gonna
You just
take
have
you
no
out now.
respect.
Watch
Yeah.
this. Watch
Thank
this.
you.
I'm gonna show Mirage, yeah, that he has
Bye
to go
bye.
to the other channel. He has
It's
to.
to obey.
I've told you, Mirage, you have to go to the other channel, mate.
It's just respect. He has no respect, just like that
You
other
can't.
little
You
whiny
can't.
bitch
You
that's
See
can't
on.
this
talk
worm?
boxing.
Look at this worm, Frank. He's like a little
You
sidekick.
can't talk boxing with you, bro.
This is
You
why
just
people
have
don't
no
like you.
respect. You don't have no respect.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
the only
respect you.
thing.
Yeah.
I don't care if you don't respect me, but I
I
have
wanted to
respect
ask.
for
I wanted to ask
Rap's
Rap.
channel.
I
Why?
don't want to
Why are you
talk to
gonna?
you.
Why
I
are
don't
you
want
gonna
to talk
boot?
to you no more
Why are
because
you
you're
gonna make
boring.
way for fucking Rick Glacier? Why are you gonna boot the whole panel for Rick fucking Glacier? Are you
Because I
serious?
listen. Let
He's a
me tell you
guest,
what.
dickhead.
Let me tell
It's
you
a
what.
I'm
guest.
a
Let me
guest,
tell you.
motherfucker.
You're
All right.
not a guest.
Let me
You're
tell you. Let me
annoying.
talk. Let me
You're a
talk.
rat.
I'm gonna have to. He's got to have to. He's got to have to understand, bro. Let me just keep you in the back for now. I go
Thank
on, King.
you.
Look, at the end of the day, you can't come here and start disrespecting all the time. Mirage, this is not your show, bro. This is not a comedian show here. That's why everybody kicks you out and spits you out like a hoe. That's why everybody has treated you like
So
a
you can't take
prostitute.
the heat.
No.
Okay.
I don't
I
want you
accept that.
over talking me. No, don't over talk me anymore. I'm not here to prove anything to you. I'm the host. I'm here allowing you to speak. And you want to come here and speak like you're the king of the world of boxing? That I owe you something? Who the fuck are you, you fat piece of shit? I'm not going to do this anymore. If you want to troll, you got to go to the other channel. Other channel might be a bit entertainment for you. I'll leave you there. But over here, yes, we're going to talk to Rick Glazier. Yes, we're going to talk to people who want to talk logical boxing talk. At the end of the day, this is rap star boxing knowledge, not rap star dumb bullshit motherfuckers like you coming here.
Hey, so you got a
No,
link.
no, I'm done with you.
Hang on, you got a link in the other channel. So if I join that link,
No,
am I
you
still
don't
on here?
deserve it. You don't deserve it, bro.
No, on the other channel, I'm saying.
Mm.
There's a live link on that channel. So is that combined with this
You
one?
know what I like about Mirage though? That
Yeah.
he
I don't care what channel I'm on, as long as I'm on here and I can have my
He just
say.
dies with it. He wants
you
to.
know,
He loves rap star.
He likes being disrespected.
Yeah,
Mirage
he loves
fits
to be
good.
slapped up
Mirage.
every
One
night.
thing I like about Mirage, you know what I'm saying, that
But
Mirage
he wants to be my
understands
host.
that Mirage understands that Latinos are the best fighters. That's why his favorite fighter is David Benavidez.
Facts, Punch. You said it.
So I'm good with Mirage. Mirage is in the boat. Is in the boat with me.
Yeah, but Mirage can't go with you to the other channel sometimes because on this channel, Punch,
You just want to
it's all
promote your
about.
other channel. You
No,
want to
let me
use
just
me.
say this.
You
No,
want to
this is
use
why,
me to
Punch.
promote. I
That
know your trick.
entertainment is why I've got the other channel going. That's why we got that channel for Mirage's.
So you're saying
kind of shit.
that rap star boxing knowledge is altering his approach to the YouTube because of one man Mirage. Damn.
No,
Mirage,
I'm flattered.
I'm doing not one man, a lot of men. Ask Frank. I think Frank, they don't understand what I did yesterday, do they?
No, it's just basic respect. You have to have some level of respect for people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who do you think brings more viewers?
I don't
Frank
give
or
a fuck
me?
about your viewers. You need to go
What
to
do
the
you
other
got?
channel.
Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll.
No.
Rod
You need to
anybody.
go to the other channel anyway. And in a minute, I don't want to be talking to you. You're wasting my time over here, bro. Because you're coming here trolling with your.
So who do I talk to on the other channel? How does that work?
You gotta first. I want you to talk to the brick wall.
Who do I talk to? What a loser.
I want you to talk to the brick wall first.
Exactly.
That's what
Just
you
go
need.
rant.
Look, Punch already likes your shit, so obviously people will come and meet you. Watch, this is what I'm gonna do.
Frank might be the biggest pussy.
I'm gonna start the other live.
See, you
I'm
can't
gonna
keep my
start the
name
other
out the
live.
mouth. You love me.
I'm gonna start the other
You
live,
keep talking like a bitch.
and you can go over there in a bit. All right. So I'll see you in a bit. I'm gonna shut this one down after Rick Glazier.
Fuck Rick Glazier. How
Is
about
Rick
that?
coming on
Stop
right?
being
Hey, Rick is
disrespectful,
my
man.
friend.
These
Don't
are the
talk
people
about Rick
coming
like
to the
that.
channel,
Rick
bro.
hasn't been
Why are
relevant
you
since
trying to fuck up the
1982.
channel, though? Why are
He
you
hasn't
trying to
been
fuck up the
relevant since
people around here,
1982
bro?
Don't talk about Rick like
what
that.
do we want to talk to you about?
because he comes on and anybody who disagrees, he wants them off the panel. How that's not cool.
No, but he's coming
Why
for
should I
his
respect
own.
that?
He ain't coming to talk to a panel. He just wants to have a quick little chat with me, and that's it. He's gone. Why are you so fucking worried about what Rick wants to do? Are you in love with him or what?
Why can't Mirage get that 101?
Because
No, I
Mirage
told
is
you.
a bitch.
I just told you why.
Why can't
Why don't
Mirage
you
get
give
this?
him that
Hey,
one-on-one?
you dogged him out anyway when he ran away from Rachel. Now you're friends again. What
It
the fuck
doesn't
is that?
matter. If I said the truth, the man still comes to the channel to talk. So why are you fucking around with the fucking guest? What's it got to do with you? What are you so fucking
Well,
upset about?
can he hear me? Can he hear me now?
No, nobody gives a fuck what you got to say.
Don't worry about it.
Really.
Don't worry about it.
Hey, Mirage is an insider as well. Value his opinion, Raps.
No, okay, let me tell you what I'm going to do to Mirage today. He doesn't come here to respect the channel. He wants to see this channel go
Well,
down.
that in your opinion.
And let me tell you, he has.
I'm giving you ratings. I'm giving you viewers.
No. He's such a hateful mentality he has. Nobody in a true sense of mind of boxing would want to come here eventually. So the truth is, I've made a channel for that. If he wants to do all that, there's a great channel coming up, and you better go support it. It's called Rapstar Raw Boxing.
Yeah.
And if Mirage wants to be the guy who wants the voice and wants to have that smoke, then let's see. Because over there, people are going to say what the fuck they want. I don't care. It's uncensored. Totally to the next level. So we got that channel. So just relax and just come back over there.
Are you gonna what happened? You gonna get off this live? Is Rick coming? What's the deal?
I'm supposed to send him the link soon, but
Can I ask Mirage? Mirage, my brother, my friend from another mother.
I wouldn't go that far, but anyway, yeah.
Don't worry, you my brother in Christ.
We're okay. We're okay. I mean,
you my brother in Christ. You're my brother. I love you.
Wow.
Mirage, do you think that Latino fighters are the best fighters in boxing?
Generally, I think they're the most the most legitimate and real fighters. They fight, they fight. So yeah, I can respect that. I can respect the heat. I respect the heat.
Mirage, that's what I'm talking about. Mirage,
Yeah.
see the light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Win, lose or draw, we the one that step up.
There you go.
Division.
I don't. I mean, just look how fast it was to get Navarrete and Valdez done. Did they play these games in the media? Did they talk about A side, B side? I said no, it's fucking fight.
Like, think about it. Look at Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz had 4 weeks, right? 4 weeks
Frank,
to prepare.
You guys take over this shit for 5 minutes, all right? I'll come back.
For sure.
Andy Ruiz prepared 4 weeks to prepare for Anthony Joshua, became the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world. He didn't say, I need more time. You feel me? Look, even Brian Castano. A lot of people feel like Brian Castano beat Jamal Charlo. Look at Jason Rosario after beating what's his name? J-Rock. He could have taken an easy fight and he went straight.
Hey, that homie Adamas, the Dominicans. Who was it that knocked out Royo? He said, "Fuck it."
De Santos.
Oh, De Los Santos and Royal. And then look at Royals coming back. Like, yeah, I'll fight Colbert. You know he's not gonna fight. He's in the back foot, bitch. What did Hector Garcia do? I'll fight him. Dude, it's all across the board. Exactly. And we can't even get Haney to across the finish line because he's the one holding it up.
Even Shakur Stevenson rather be Puerto Rican than cater to the African American. Let's be honest. He want to cater to us.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Even if it's real or fake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying because he knows. He knows. Look, he want to be Puerto Rican. Look, he want to be Puerto Rican. He is Puerto Rican, but now he wants to cater to the Puerto Rican.
What's the saying? This is an uncomfortable conversation. We're having an uncomfortable because it's going to make people uncomfortable. They're going to say, "Oh, it's race," and when they don't want to talk about race, it's like it's not really about race.
Frank,
It's a cultural thing.
I tried to, be this so-called this neutral. But you know what? Nah, let's be real. Let's be all raw about it. No. Shakur Stevenson
rather cater to the Puerto Rican because the Latinos know how to support better. We there. You know what I'm saying? He understands this fan base. So now he's with the Puerto Rican flag. You remember before, what was it, like 4 fights ago, he was with the Mexican sombrero? Remember?
Yeah.
I think when he fought Joel
even
Diaz, was it Joel Diaz he fought?
and take aside the fighters, the fan bases. Like Laura has 2 losses, and we don't give a fuck. Like, go fight that motherfucker.
Do you see any Mexican fighters or Latino fighters coming to the ring with a dashiki or anything like that? You see Flo Mayweather with the Mexican
it's mocking. It's called mocking. It'd be like
you see
wearing
Shakur
a
Stevenson.
crucifix.
You see Earl Spence fighting his biggest fight, his first biggest fight pay-per-view. He had the Mexican colors. He ain't had the red, white, and blue. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to cater to the Mexican versus Mikey Garcia. Who else? Montana Love had the sombrero when he came out with the dog. You know what I'm saying? These guys, they know the Latino fan base. We are the best fan base in all of boxing.
Well, that's who supports Canelo. It's what I've been saying. He can lose, and they're still going to support him.
And you know my guy is Demetrius Andre. You know that. But in all reality, he just lost his opportunity for the business. The business of boxing didn't want to give him that fight. Eddie Hearn, the Zone didn't want to give him that fight. They felt like he wasn't big enough. I feel, hey, you know, it is what it is. But Canelo's going to be Canelo. And he got nothing to prove. But Demetrius Andre, my guy, my friend, he got something to prove. You know, whether they're going to give him an opportunity, but Canelo Alvarez don't got to give nobody the opportunity. Canelo wants to fight Makabu. We're going to cheer for the Makabu fight.
Look at the fan bases, how they turned on one of their own legends, Bernard Hopkins, because of what he said. And now they're calling him a coon and this and that. And he ain't shit. Just for saying what we all thought. And they're going to turn on a legend? And how did he get
I'm going to be strictly all real. That's it. I'm picking my corner. I'm Latino, Dominican, baby. Yo soy Latino, aquí me mito, par de mamagüevazo. Latino forever. All Latino. Hey, yo, Virgil Ortiz will whoop Boots Ennis. Bam Rodriguez will whoop everybody. Teofimo Lopez.
Well, look at how they're moving. Look how Virgil's moving, and look how Boots Ennis is moving.
Facts.
Those are the facts. It is what it is. You can say that he's great, but we're not. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about how they move.
Think about this now. Think about this. Who was the last guy that fought Gervonta St. Davis?
Hector Garcia.
Exactly. He's a 130-pound champion that could have unified, but guess what? What they said about everybody else when they move up in weight, they say dare to be great, but they didn't want to push that. They didn't want to push that that slogan because it was all about Gervonta St. Davis. But it was supposed to be about Hector Luis Garcia daring to be great, going to 135 as the champion, but they didn't push that. You see how Latinos have to work? That wasn't the headline of the fight. It was all about Gervonta St. Davis. It was about him and getting locked up with his baby because of his baby mama having shit in his toothbrush and stuff like that. But in boxing,
that's a good point.
They forgot that he's an Olympian. They forgot that he's the super featherweight WBA champion of the world that earned it and beat Gutierrez, beat Chris Colbert, and now daring to be great. But that was in the line. That's the one thing they didn't want to push.
Well, all you got to look at is who they, Boots Ennis was supposed to fight Rashidi Ellis, but they didn't make that fight happen. Okay, they picked the Karen, but who did they try to build up? Is that Villa guy, right? And what did Villa say? He said, "Give me a Mexican. They're the ones that come to fight." Do you remember when he said that?
Exactly. Exactly, bro. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Can you imagine you take if Latinos say, we're gonna fight for the whole year. Let me see your product. Let me see the boxing product, bro. Think about it. Even this. Remember the fight before Chocolatito fought Estrada. Who he fought?
Before Chocolatito fought Estrada?
Yeah.
Who? Which one?
The trilogy. Who moved up?
Daring
to be great.
Choco, right? Or I don't know. They fought so many times. Go ahead.
Martinez.
Oh, right. That's right.
He moved up, and he had short and it was how you call it? Last minute replacement. He was willing to still move up and dare to be great as a champion. Look at the guys that's daring to be great. The same thing Bam Rodriguez did. Moved up, dare to be great. Martinez moved up, dare to be great. Hector Garcia moved up, dare to be great. Teofimo Lopez about to fight John Taylor, moving up, daring to be great.
Yeah, there's no
It's
arguments
all
there.
across the board.
But you know why? That's because they know their fans are not going to leave them if they lose. Like
And
Latino support, you got 2 losses, 3 losses. We still want to see you fight.
and even this, when people say, "Oh, Earl Spence and Mikey Garcia, that wasn't a fight," but that was Mikey Garcia moving up, daring to be great. He did something that Buck Crawford not willing to do: signed the contract.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're seeing it happen. Even Manny Pacquiao was willing to do it. I don't even know if it's just a Latino thing. I think they built their names off the Latino fighters, right? Manny Pacquiao became great off of Barrera Morales, and I think
That's
the
why
other
he really
day,
got his fan base. There wasn't really like the Philippines wasn't a boxing town.
no, they weren't.
It was that the Manny Pacquiao, like you said, he fought the Morales, the Barreras, and stuff like that, the Marquez, and that's what built Manny Pacquiao. The Mexican fans adopted Manny Pacquiao.
Facts. That's what Triple G did. He's like, these motherfuckers come to support. They
Exactly.
support. See, they support. They buying the tickets. They're buying his gear.
Think about it. Think about it. This is the thing. Let's say, like you said, like Triple G and Canelo Alvarez. What did Triple G say? He didn't want to fight Kazakhstan style. He want to fight what? Mexican style.
Yeah.
Why don't you promote? Why Triple G didn't promote? Oh, I want to fight Kazakhstan
slick. Style. I want to be a slick skills guy. I got skills.
He said, "Nah, let's fight Mexican style because he knows that's the best style." Canelo Alvarez beat him in that style. Who else? Earl Spence. You know why Earl Spence fight the way he fight? Because he fights Mexican style. It was a Mexican man that molded Earl the true spin. The same guy that molded Virgil Ortiz.
Yeah. Well, look at Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley always says it was him fighting in the East LA gyms because that's how he gained that style. The power, he called it power boxing. It was fighting in East LA.
Hey, man. Nobody could debate that.
It's really just it's the support of the fans. The fan bases. That right? Because that's who supports these fights is you and I, and we talk boxing. You know what I mean? And we don't knock our guys for losing. I don't even knock any other race, the Eastern European or the African American, if they lose. I don't do that, but it seems
I love every race. I'm just saying that Latinos is the best.
Well, the Latinos also want to see a fight. They want to see blood, though. Because the Latinos get criticized for being rock and sock and robots. Like Ness, I think he's a shit. I don't want to disrespect your homeboy if he's your homeboy, but I heard him on the Boxing Voice disrespecting Laura and Neri, saying, I didn't watch that shit. They don't have no skill. I said, wow, what a piece of shit. He just totally dismissed them. Right. And then he got a lot of the callers. Yeah, they didn't want to talk about it because they said it wasn't skill. But
every time you have a Fight of the Year candidate, there's a Latino in it, right? They saying Luis Neri versus this guy, right? Before that, last year, Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, Puerto Rican superstar. And look what she did, even with Erica Cruz. Everybody was talking about that bloodbath, right? Several years ago, they said Cepeda and Baranchik won the Fight of the Year, right?
Hey, we got Rick Glazier in the building. Coach.
Okay. I'm a dip then.
No, Rick, punch day. Yo, what's happening, Rick?
Hey, Punch. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Rick?
We got Punch here. We got Rick here. We got the best guys in boxing. How's it going, Rick?
I'm fine. What's happening?
Rick, my brother from another mother.
How are you?
A lot of things in boxing, man. Talk to us, man. What's new? What's new?
Well, let Rapstar ask the questions, and I'll do the answering.
He knows I go in. He knows I go in like a speeding bullet in a minute.
Go ahead.
Hey, Rick, how you been though? You been good?
Not bad. Everything is good. Yeah, I went to a wake of a friend of mine that passed away 5 days ago of a sudden heart attack. A nice guy, 54 years old. I've known him since he was a baby. I was friends with his father. His father's passed away 25 years ago, and the kid was a nice kid and just bit the bullet. The game was over.
Our condolences.
Yeah, good guy. Well, like you wouldn't believe how packed the funeral home was. There'd be about 300 people in a little teeny fucking room. I couldn't believe it. I said to the mother, I said, who planned this thing? I mean, the kid deserved better than this. So come on, Rapstar, ask some questions.
You want some bullet questions? Let's go. We're gonna
Oh yeah,
start with the main questions, Rick.
sure.
Lately, everybody I speak to, and respect to the Maloney's camp. I've spoke to many people, even Sean himself, Gibbons, and everybody I speak to. They don't want to do business with Probellum. Even now, we're hearing that Top Rank and Promotions said that there's nobody cares about their fighters like that. We'll fight anybody. We just can't do business legally. We've been told by our attorneys we can't do business with Probellum.
That's bullshit.
What is
Okay,
it?
that's fucking bullshit. Let
So
me
what
just
is
tell
it?
you. Okay, first of all, whether Daniel Kinahan was sanctioned or not, or the guy, the 5 or 6 guys around him, including his father, his brother, and 3 companies that he owned were sanctioned. Probellum was never sanctioned. It's all bullshit.
Why are people saying this?
Because they don't want to use other people's fighters. They want to keep everything in house. All the promoters are like that. It's not limited to Top Rank. It's all bullshit. They were never ever sanctioned. So you tell me, Rapstar, how they can do that if they were never sanctioned. If Daniel Kinahan was actually involved and the government thought so, they would have been sanctioned. They sanctioned 3 other companies over there. They sanctioned a food brokering company, a management company that he had, and they sanctioned a aviation company that he had. Okay, so they sanctioned, I believe, 6 individuals. So, including Daniel's father and his brother. Maybe there was 7. I might be wrong on that, but they did not sanction Probellum. Okay, that's bullshit. Okay,
so let me ask you this.
And that's a fact. That's a fact. They did not sanction Probellum. Probellum was doing business in the United States and the UK this whole past year.
Right.
Now,
what happened to you, Rick? Can't hear you, mate.
Right. Check the mute button. Probably the mute
Rick,
button.
you pressed the mute button by accident. Rick, we can't hear you, mate. I want to know about this tweet as well, Rick. Rick, you gone missing. Come back. Now, you hear what he's saying is some bullshit. No, I think he's saying that the company hasn't been sanctioned. You listening to that?
No, I've listened. Yeah, they haven't been sanctioned out. Yeah,
So Rick's right that the company hasn't been sanctioned.
Yeah.
So why is Richard there's reports that Richard is going to look for other companies, like he's going into another company.
Because he can't make a deal because of the fact that when the Probellum was done, they were all released, and he talked to them about hiring them back, and he's not able to make a deal with Richard. Okay, that's what's going on. Okay, it's a totally new company. So anybody that even talks about Probellum on this date, February 20th, when the sale took place last week, it's a dead company. It doesn't exist anymore. And
So
when it did,
free.
and when it did, it wasn't sanctioned.
Facts.
Okay.
What's that?
No, I'm saying facts. What you're saying is facts. That's what I said.
Right. It's all bullshit.
Let's say I spoke to
Tony. They were co-promoting shows in Canada. Their fighters were fighting in the United States, all over the place, and they were doing complete shows in the UK. And the UK and United States have sanctions against Daniel Kinahan, and against the other, I believe the other 6 guys, and the 3 companies. Why didn't they sanction Probellum? Because they didn't have enough evidence, because there was nothing there.
Right.
I knew that information about them going this I didn't know the name, but I knew they were seeking a new company, because when I spoke to Tony, I spoke to Dave McWaters, I spoke to who else I spoke to. The same time I was speaking to Dave McWaters, I spoke to Sean Gibbons. That was around Madison Square Garden when I was doing I was over there with the Amanda Serrano and Erica Cruz, but before that I knew what was it, the last week of January, the first week of February, I knew that they was already seeking this new company. I just didn't know the name. So when you
Well,
did tweet it,
what happened was, just to let everybody know, after November 26th show, when the big Russian Javelev fought in California on the Regis Prograis show, Prograis fought and Javelev fought, okay, which are both pro bellum fighters. After that, they declared they were in the process of getting sold. It was going to take a couple months. And they didn't know exactly how the sale was going to go down yet. They didn't know if he was buying the company, the assets. That wasn't determined, but they were in the process of being sold, but that all the technicalities weren't together. Was the company being transferred? Were just the athletes being transferred? What? Nobody really knew anything. Okay, well, it's come out now that they basically bought the assets of Pro Bellum. Okay, and that's what happened here. So the fact that these people said they couldn't do business with Pro Bellum was all bullshit.
Okay, so
Richard
they were
Schaefer,
using that.
Richard Schaefer, okay, was 100% in America, living in America, running the company from America. Harrison Whitman was an executive with the company. He's a lawyer by trade. He lives in Las Vegas. He used to work for Top Rank for years as their in-house attorney and their I believe senior vice president or executive vice president of brand or business development or something. He's a high-class attorney. Okay, the other in-house attorney for Pro Bellum, he lives in London. I don't know what they're talking about. They were doing shows in London. Their fighters are fighting in the United States and Canada. Canada didn't have any sanctions, anybody. The sanctions were for the United States and the UK. If they were sanctioned, they wouldn't be able to do business.
Why did Sky Sports take their affiliates away from Pro Bellum? Sky Sports banned all Pro Bellum affiliates and fighters.
That's not true.
That's why
true.
That is what they said, and
That's
what's
not true.
online as well.
Boxer
that's
did.
what
No,
it
that's
says
not
online,
true.
and that's what they said.
Boxer did that.
Yeah, Boxer did
That's
that.
why they filed a lawsuit against Boxer. Remember they filed a lawsuit against Boxer? Okay, Boxer wouldn't put them on. Okay,
yeah,
they're fighting
for Sky Sports.
What's that?
I said, yeah, but Boxer is the exclusive rights for Sky.
It doesn't. No, they're not. Top Rank does. Top Rank's got Sky Sports too.
So why can't Pro Bellum do business with Sky Sports then?
Because they have contracts with Arum and Boxer. Boxer is the one that refused to do business with. The lawsuit was against Boxer, not against Sky Sports.
Right, because it says many platforms. It said that's what occurred, and that's why Pro Bellum fighters.
Listen. It's people's prerogative to do business with who they want. I get. There's always every week on an average. I get one company or one person I turn away that I don't want to do business with. I can't make any money with them. And they're too much aggravation. Their reputation is not good for payment. Or I can't make enough money. Or they're more aggravation than I can make money than worth. So I do that all the time. Okay, you choose who you want to do business with.
So Bob Arum doesn't choose to want to do business with
Correct. It's not that he can't, he won't. Let's get that straight.
Yeah. Is that, and why do you think him and Richard Schaefer have a bad relationship?
Because Richard Schaefer is the one that orchestrated the deal when he got away when he left Top Rank. He's the one that pushed Oscar to open up his own promotional company. And that's what they did back in 2002. And I don't listen. I'm not saying that Arum shouldn't have a hard-on for Schaefer or Schaefer have a hard-on for Arum or anything over what's happened over the years. That's their business. But want and can't are two different things, guys.
You think let me ask you a question, Rick. Do you think that like I'm sorry, Richard Schaefer has that habit of trying to like you said, move Oscar to get his own company, like Golden Boy Promotion, and then move his fighters to go with PBC and Al Haymon? Like, do you think that he does, in your opinion, kind of like shady moves or something like that?
I'm not going to say shady, Okay, I don't think that's the right word because shady implies illegal or
Yeah.
gray area. I will say that he's an aggressive operator and he does what he has to do for the best for himself and his fighters both. I mean,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I just talked to Richard tonight on the phone. I just got off the phone with him. I don't know, maybe right before Rap Start called. Okay, and I just talked to Richard. Richard and I are friends. I get along with him very well.
He's just the tradition boxing businessman. You know what I'm saying?
Um, I think he's very shrewd and very clever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's, listen, everybody's got to protect themselves. I've been in this business 32 years full time. It's not because I don't know how to protect myself. I mean, the fighters have to protect themselves. They said protect yourself at all times. You got to protect yourself at all times if you're in the business, not just the sport in the ring.
Facts. Facts. Got a great point. Got a great point.
Now, I want to know your views. You're very active on Twitter. Now, this is where you said, what the fat man Dan Raphael knows about professional boxing, you can't write on a matchbox cover with a large yellow fucking crayon. Now you know. What's that about?
Just in general. He came out with he's a bullshitter. I come out with 77,000 buys on Wild Herlennis. He comes out the next day or later that day with 75,000. Okay, I mean, just admit it was 77. Don't make up your own number of 75 just to try to make me look bad, even though it's only 2,000 apart. It was 77,000. Okay, just like fucking Steven Espinoza mentioned my name, my number is 61,000. Everybody else is 200, 350, 400. He even come out now and said last week or the week before it didn't even do 200. Well, it did a lot less. It did 61,000. He even cited 61,000 and said, "Oh, that was just the cable." No, it was the total motherfucking buys. It was digital, satellite, and cable, all consumer buys.
Oh, wow.
Fuck Steven Espinoza and his bullshit. He's not conning me. He knows I got the real number because he knows what the number is. He's the executive there.
But I've had everybody on this channel and people in the chat right now, they always say, but Rapstar, ask Rick, how can we believe Steven? They say we want to believe Rick, but why is they so far off from each other? How do we believe? Who's going to pull out the source? Who's going to
Here.
show the facts? Is
No,
anybody ever going to show
I
the
put
facts?
out a tweet.
But there's no facts.
I put out a tweet, and Punch Drunk knows about the tweet. Okay, I put out a tweet challenging Steven Espinoza to have a top 8 accounting firm, okay, in the country verify the number for the fight. I'm waiting, and if it's not very close to 61,000, very close, I said, then I'm wrong. And they're right now. Apologize. Never heard a motherfucking word. But idiot. But idiot. Wait, guys. But idiot. Fucking Espinoza uses my numbers. Oh yeah, that was the right number, but that was only the cable buy. That wasn't the bullshit. That was a number. Okay. Another thing is, what about me? I put the number out 10 days after the fight. As soon as I put that number out, they came out with the fucking 200,000. Now, Punch, didn't you say on Twitter that somebody told you from Showtime he did 350,000?
Facts.
Thank you.
Facts.
But Richard, but okay, Ron Katz told Ellie Stepak it did 400,000. But Steven Espinoza said it didn't even do 200,000.
I'll tell you this too, Rick. A same rep from that side said about in reference to Paramount and Showtime, said both failing companies trying to work together is going to go down the drain by June or this summer. Same rep.
Well, hold on. So what's going to go down?
He said it's going to go down the drain. It's not going to work. Pro Bellum and Showtime is not going to work.
Probellum, you mean Paramount
I'm
and
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Showtime.
Paramount and Showtime.
Well,
It's
it's not going to work because Paramount's going to tell, because CBS is in charge of the sports programming for Paramount, and Espinosa's got a boss now, a direct boss, the guy, the president of CBS Sports, whatever his name was. They announced it last week, David Burson. Okay, and that guy's supposed to be that guy's a hatchet man. Okay, cutting numbers everywhere. So I mean, this is what you're dealing with. This is exactly what you're dealing with. Okay. And Showtime's in trouble. If Showtime continues boxing after June and the second 2 quarters of the year, it'll be 250,000, maybe $500,000 budgeted shows, not millions anymore. That game is over.
Do you think that let's say the numbers of Plant and Benavidez and Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan, do you think that that's like they need a rescue?
Of course, they need to be resuscitated. Of course, not even a question why he's doing these fights. He has no choice. He's backed against a corner. What does a rat do when he's backed in a corner? He's got to bite back. Well, he's trying to bite back with some damn good fights. That's why he has no choice but to fight Garcia. Now, do you know why Garcia and Tank going to do big numbers? Do you know what the reason is? Because Garcia's fans are not boxing fans; they're personal fans from what do you call that? From Instagram. And they're not going to cheat. They're going to really pay for the fucking thing. They don't have fire sticks. They're not cheating to get the cable, to get the pay-per-view feed. They're going to pay for it. That's why they needed Ryan Garcia, because he brings a different clientele altogether. Would you agree with that, Punch?
No, I agree.
Okay.
And to
now,
be
Punch,
honest,
let me ask you a question. What did your source say about my numbers and all the stuff that I've been saying?
To be honest, it will. They didn't say anything because it's more biased. It's more a Showtime thing. So of course they're gonna go with whatever Steven Espinosa is saying.
Right,
but
of course.
What I'm saying is that the same rep, the same source is
right.
doesn't. He's like more to the middle. Like he may be on that side, but he don't sugarcoat anything. Like he's saying, this is a failing. Paramount and Showtime is failing.
Let me say something to you very interesting. Okay, the fact that Dan Rayfield says this guy's not even in the business. This moron's not even in the business. Talking about me. Steven Espinosa is saying for years, you can't believe him. He doesn't know. All of a sudden, I look like a pretty fucking brilliant guy, don't I?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like even let's say when I put out numbers, remember this is a number. If this is not punch drum boxing number, this is a number that the source is saying. So I hate it when people think when a reporter, let's say I get it.
I get it. No, I know you didn't say it. I said the number you got.
Yeah.
I said that from Showtime. I didn't say it was your number. I understand. I get it. Okay. Listen, I deal with this shit every day. People question me and doubt me and stuff like that. They've been doubting me for 32 fucking years, but everything I've ever done, okay, in boxing. Okay, do you know how many people say, "Oh, I'm a failed"? How many of these fans think I'm a failed? These Haymanites and these LDBCers. I'm a failed manager. I'm a failed this. I'm not a failed anything. I've been a success my whole 32 years. Oh, the only bad year I've ever had where I went backwards from the previous year was 2020 because of the pandemic, and that's nobody can put that on me. I made a statement to you the other day to a whole bunch of boxing guys on a telephone call. I said, right now, I will prove to you that GlazerBoxing.com is more successful than Al Heyman / PBC. Al Heyman operating his PBC. And one guy says, how do you figure that? He says, because this motherfucker turns a profit every year, and Al Heyman's in debt $900 million.
Do you think? Because I stated before, wow, I said Al Heyman is on his way out. Do you think that Steven Espinosa took on a job that really wasn't his? That he's an executive, but it looked like he's trying to be the promoter. And I think that
Well,
he's failing.
let me put it this way. It's a brilliant question, but this is the answer. Okay, this is the best answer I can give you. I don't know. I think that Espinosa is a lackey to Heyman, where Heyman's is the pusher, and the other one's getting stuck in his ass. But I think that Espinosa doesn't know about boxing like he thinks he does. I think that he may be a decent lawyer. He may be a decent fan of boxing, but I don't think he is executive status in boxing because it's proven. You know, listen, when you had Floyd Mayweather 78, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, he looked like a genius. But without Floyd, what's he done since? It's been a big poop.
Yeah, facts. Does it kind of remind you the beginning of Steven Espinosa, almost like, remember when Bob Arum came out? You know, he was an attorney, a lawyer for Muhammad Ali, but then he became what he is, the best promoter in the history of. I say he's the best promoter in the history of sports entertainment. Him and Vince McMahon.
Okay.
Him and Vince McMahon are the best promoters.
Well, you said something that was incorrect, and I'm not scolding you, but I just want to straighten this out for everybody.
No, go ahead, brother.
Okay, he was not the lawyer for Muhammad Ali. He was the lawyer for the
Nation of Islam.
No, he was the lawyer for the U.S. Attorney's Office. The U.S. Attorney's Office, he was a federal prosecutor, and he investigated the mafia. Was running the pay was doing the closed circuit, and he investigated all the income and where it was being funneled to and all that kind of stuff. And he saw how much money was in boxing. He says, fuck these gangsters. I'm going to fight these racketeers. I'm going to fucking promote you, Muhammad Ali. And that's how it happened.
Oh, because when he was in the boxing boxing conversation with Fred, he was saying that he was hired by the Nation of Islam. Bob Arum.
No. That was correct, but that was after he decided to become a promoter. He wasn't acting as a lawyer at that point. He was hired by the Nation of Islam to become the promoter of Muhammad Ali.
Gotcha.
When he was involved in the legal part, he wasn't going after Ali. He was going after all the gangsters behind the scenes that formed all these Telstar companies and all these fake names, and they weren't paying federal income taxes. They weren't paying state sales tax. They weren't doing anything. They weren't paying nobody because they were all hiding behind behind corporations, and that was Anthony Salerno and Vincent Gigante.
Okay.
Who later became the two bosses, one the street boss and one the boss of the Genovese crime family.
Yeah.
Right.
New York crime family.
Right.
Is that the one
that's
is
what
that the one
was all
Rick
about.
that used to act? Did he used to act mentally ill for a little while?
Yeah, that was an act. That was Vincent Gigante. I'll tell you a funny story that you guys will get a kick out. I don't know, guys, ever heard this story or read about it. He walked into a mall, like a 4-story mall in New York City, or a 4-story store, like we had a lot of stores inside, like a big building. And he walked in one side crazy, we had two guys like holding him up with the bathrobe on. And by the time he got to the other side of the building and had a meeting with the guy, he had a fucking suit on. So there you go. So in the meantime, come on now, you guys are slowing down on the questions here. Come on, Punch.
Nah. I was gonna say.
Listen, let me get this off though,
I was gonna say in one of your tweets, you were saying, and I've said this before.
Look
a
at this
couple of
tweet.
years ago, when you was talking about that PBC, Al Heyman is gonna need a new network. To be honest, I think he ran out of networks. He went from NBC, ESPN.
Well, what he did was,
I think he only got an app left to find an app.
He's a toxic. The name Al Heyman and the name PBC are toxic brands now, and he can't borrow any money anymore. He can't get a TV network to back him anymore. Besides Showtime, so far, he can't get an app service to back him, and he can't afford to start his own app. Just to let you guys know, to start a real app for boxing and all the equipment to shoot the fights. You're talking about $2.5 to $3 million to get a real app off the ground. Plus, you got advertising. Plus, you got to bankroll the fights itself to get people to buy the monthly subscriptions. So
Right.
you're talking. You remember something. Forget about the amount of money that DAZN has lost so far in boxing with their app. But just to start out with the DAZN deal, the first year they were going to spend, I can't remember what the figure was, but it was like $250 million in fights, plus the cost of getting the app up off the ground. So you're talking about a huge undertaking.
Should they try the pro box method or business model, you think?
No, because they have to pay their fighters too much. Remember something, guys on Pro Box, it depends what bout it is, but they make between $8,000 and $25,000 a bout. Do you think any of those? Okay, and they succeed. Do you think that Heyman's going to get guys to fight for eight to 25,000 after they've been fighting for 50,000 to 20 million?
And the commentating is the best too in pro box.
100%.
Well, I want to
wait.
ask you this though. I want to get to the Deontay Wilder. Now you see how Deontay Wilder, now the fight with Andy Ruiz didn't fruition, and we can see now Deontay Wilder to get a money fight with an MMA fighter. Then Deontay Wilder says, "Well, I don't get paid all my money in time." I mean, what do you know about all this, about the Wilder situation?
I know they're chopping him around.
Why?
Because he can't get paid from he can't get paid from what's his name?
Al Heyman?
Yeah, they can't get from PBC, Al Heyman, and Showtime. You can't get paid.
So now Deontay Wilder's looking to fight an MMA guy because he can't get the money out of Showtime or Al Heyman or anybody to invest into the fight. What's going on? I mean, this is Andy Ruiz. Isn't it a big fight in your country, Rick?
Well, it is a big fight, but how many million? Those guys going to want? This guy's going to want $35 million. Probably, let's say 7.5 million for one guy. From what I heard is the figure, and the other guy's going to want 25 million. I mean, plus you got another.
No, I was going to say, isn't it alarming that even Floyd Mayweather has not fought, not even an exhibition in the platform of Showtime ever since his last fight? With
been going everywhere else.
And Al Heyman's supposed to be his guy, right? He even fought on the zone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everybody's moving in different directions at the moment. And I don't even know if at this moment, Rick, is it really true that, we're going to look fighters maybe moving away from Al Heyman at some point, like they are, some of them, and looking for another broadcaster, another TV network deal? Rick, you're mute. Rick, you go silent again. Every time this happens to you, bro. We can never hear you. Something happens to you. I can see you. But now you're going to have to come back, Rick. I can't hear you. And I want to talk to you about Lee Woods and the Lara fight. Let me talk to him about that.
Oh,
yeah, Rick, can we hear you now, Rick? Are you good?
All of a sudden I'm just here and it just clicks off. I don't know why. What do I think? I think that PBC, Al Heyman, they got some serious issues. They can't raise money. Don't forget one thing. The Showtime budget was already cut back before this guy was brought in with the CBS Sports. Now they're going to cut it again.
Are you there?
Punch, you see that?
Punch, can you hear? No, we lost Punch. I don't know what's happening to him. Can you hear me though?
I can hear you.
Yeah. But I want to talk to you about, let's take you to England. Everybody's making a fucking scene. They stopped the fight too early. Ben Davison stopped the fight too early.
No,
there was only 10 seconds left. And they don't know nothing about boxing, do they, Rick?
Well, listen, I'm not saying they don't know anything, but listen, here's Here's the three things to consider. Ben Davidson is in the gym with him every day. He knows what that kid can take. That's number one. Number two, okay, that he stopped the fight. Okay, and then when he went back to the corner, he was falling, and Ben Davidson had to hold him up. That's how gonzo he was. Okay, third thing is, in 10 seconds, a professional like Lauer can throw 25 power punches. There you go.
So that's it. That's too much time. If the fighter, the trainer knows the fighter, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anybody says.
It was a perfect stop, and I commend Ben Davidson. I wrote tweets about it.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I mean, I respect his tweet when he said he respects both opinions, because I have a different side of opinion. I mean, like, yes, I could understand Ben Davidson stopping him. I'm stopping the fight, but I also see that other fighters has been through similar situation and overcome. Like, if they would have stopped Corrales versus Castillo, we would have never known that Corrales would have came back and won.
But wait, a totally different situation. First of all, this guy went back to the corner and was falling into the arms, and Ben Davidson had to hold the guy up. That didn't happen in the Corrales fight with either Corrales or Castillo. Their legs were under him. If you remember, their legs were under him.
Yeah.
Remember something, Punch. Remember something, Punch. When you get hit in the head, there's a reason why your legs aren't under you anymore.
Yeah, but I feel, but I don't know. I just feel like, look, I understand the stoppage. I don't disagree with the stoppage, but I also could agree that he could have gave him enough time to see how he's gonna recuperate. I just don't want to. Sometimes you gotta stop a warrior. You know, you gotta stop your fighter. You gotta save your fighter, but also you a warrior. I believe that he could overcome.
Ben Davidson told a guy that was there that night, after the fact, I would do it all over again tomorrow. And he said, my fighter was gone. There's your answer.
I will say this though, Rick. Sometimes I've always noticed when you come here, some new people come, or some people they try to hate on you. They try to hate on you. I want to ask you this: when somebody like Dirk says, Grazer, you're a failed matchmaker, that's the reason why you're not in boxing today. What have you got to say about your haters?
What is it? What's this guy saying?
Look. A lot of people love you. There's always one or two people who hate on you. Look what he says.
Glazer's a failed. I'm not a failed matchmaker. I don't matchmake anymore. I don't matchmake anymore because I had cancer in 2016, and I don't want to be forced to travel to fights. When you're a matchmaker, you got to go to the shows, and I don't want to be put in that position. That's all. I'm not a failed matchmaker at all. I'm in the business as strong as I am, and today, right now as I've ever been. I mean, would you like me to go through my list of purchases for since December 1st? Big ticket purchases. Well, I bought myself an Explorer 2 Rolex. I bought my wife a fur coat for Christmas. She got a 2023 S500 when her lease was up on December 31st. She got a brand new. Wait, my wife just got a Rolex with diamonds, brand new Datejust 2023 with diamonds for Valentine's Day. And I mean, this is all from boxing. How have I failed? Who have I failed? I live a very comfortable lifestyle.
See, Dirk, when you're hating on a man and a man's done really well, then that shows you're a hater because you've never done what he's done in boxing.
Ric Flair boxing, Rick Glazer. Woo!
What'd you say?
The Ric Flair boxing, Rick Glazer.
I listen. I only know what Ric Flair looks like. I don't know what his views are, but all I know is I tell it like it is. I'm straight up with people.
Come on, you don't know Ric Flair, Rick?
No, I know who he is. The wrestler, the blonde-haired guy. I know who he is. He's like in his 70s now.
Let me tell these motherfuckers what's going on. Rick Glazer was just with Oscar De La Hoya last fucking week. Rick Glazer.
No.
When was that? When was that?
No, it was the
couple weeks ago.
It was the 22nd. No, it was the 20th to the.
He likes to be precise.
To the 20th to the 30th. I know there's the 22nd to the 30th of January.
Right. He was talking to the Oscar De La Hoyas and everybody else that comes in boxing. So you can't tell Ric Flair anything. He ain't gonna listen to you.
Rick Glazer. Fuck Ric Flair.
Ric Flair. Hey, Rick, I'll tell you, if you see who Ric Flair is, you'll be saying, you know
I know
what?
what he looks like. I know what he looks like. I
Yeah,
know
Now
that
you
he's
were
like in
saying
his
about the
70s now.
Rolex and the Rolex. No, that's him. The jet flying Rolex limousine driving.
Yeah, well, I have a driver. I have a driver.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See,
Absolutely.
hey,
I
listen, Rick Glacier he's humble. He hasn't told you how he lives. I
No,
saw,
no, no, no. Listen, I'm not bragging. I'm just saying if I'm failed, then how am I so successful?
So you have
I've
your
been
own
doing this for
driver, Rick?
32
Rick, you
fucking
have your own
years.
driver?
I got my own driver.
I
It's
love it. I
absolutely.
love it. Rick, do you have your nice little Rolex collection?
No, I've only got one, and my wife's got one. That's all. We wear. Yeah, I wear mine about once a week, and she wears hers about 3 or 4 times a week.
Okay, I want to ask you some different things. Have you ever
Sure.
been walking around and somebody said, hey, like they recognize you, or like have you had people come up to you and ask you some hilarious stuff, or how
Oh
do the
yeah,
fans
yeah.
how can you explain how
At
fans react
fights,
to you?
or fight week at the hotel, the host hotel, or at the weigh-in, or the press conference, the media conferences. People will come up and ask me to take their picture with them, and I've had people ask me to autograph gloves and pictures, and as long as I'm not autographing used condoms, I'm fine. It's part of the business. I enjoy interacting with fans. That's why I'm on social media. People ask me all the time, what drives Rick Glazer? I says, well, I love to make my deals. I love doing the business of boxing, but I'm a fan at heart. That's why I got into the business, because I love boxing. So my hobby is talking boxing on social media, podcast, Twitter, Facebook. Instagram, those are just pictures of my wife and I, and those are just fun pictures. I don't do anything with business on Instagram. But the point is that this is my hobby. I don't have to be here talking to you guys tonight. I don't have to do anything. I can just go to the bank when the bank opens up tomorrow. I can just go to lunch with my friends, like I'm going to go to tomorrow and Wednesday with my friends for lunch. This is my life. But in the meantime, I don't want to be insulted by guys who've done nothing in boxing, and because they just haven't done what I've done. I've been there 32 years. I've worked with some of the greatest fighters in the world. Some I'm not proud I worked with, but some I haven't. I've worked with them, good, bad, and the indifferent. At times I couldn't be pick and choose because I was trying to make a name for myself when I needed money, and now I can pick and choose.
Okay,
So,
I get it. And then let me tell you why can I just say this, Rick? You've reached a position to be a moody motherfucker. You will eat where you want to eat. You will go where you want to go. And you are
That's
very
right.
selective in the way that you fucking want to do it.
That's right. 100%.
And that's why you come to your friend, Rapstar Boxing Knowledge.
I absolutely enjoy being on your show. Absolutely. I think
Or you would
I
never
enjoy.
come. Or you would never come.
I enjoy Coach Malachi's show a lot. I enjoy your show. I enjoy Randy Gordon's Facebook Live, his show. Certain guys I enjoy. I enjoy Brendan Taylor there. What's the name of his
True
thing?
School Boxing.
True School. He's a great kid. I like quality questions. I like bang bang, and the answer to the question, because everything I say is truthful. These fans say, oh, I'm a liar. These PVC Hamanite types, Earl sexuals, and the Wilderettes. These people, he's a liar. He don't know. Well, if I don't know, how come I'm dining with all the big shots in boxing? I've got everybody's phone number. They got my phone number. How come I'm taking calls 24/7, 365? The fuck?
Hey, Rick, a lot of people usually be like that the IBF is one of the strictest belt federation. Why you think they haven't mandated Earl Spence since 2018?
That's a great question, because I know the answer. It's a great question. It's because of the fact that they had the pandemic, and he had the car accident, he had the eye injury, and he's had so much go wrong. They just backed off and they just said, hey, let's see what happens. Hey, nobody's pressing him for the mandatory. What's his name? Scattered, Boots at his Scatter, and he went the IBF interim route, And he's waiting for Spence to move up to be declared full champ because he didn't want to fight Spence. So nobody's really pushing the mandatory.
Okay.
That's the
Now,
other reason why.
I want to ask you a question with a man that
You
knows.
listen. I'm not a Spence fan or a Spence
Yeah.
believer, but I can understand why the IBF hasn't ordered it, and I sympathize with Spence because you had the pandemic, you had the car accident, you had the eye injury, so it just hasn't fit. And remember, other mandatories have been due in that time period. Don't
Now, I
forget
know
that.
you like talking straightforward, and I hope you
Yeah.
don't mind, but we got a guy called Tip Bayless. He's a boxer. He's a relative of Keith Thurman. He always talks that Keith Thurman deserves his shot with Errol Spence. Do you agree with him?
Well, he deserves his shot at 147, the weight class he's number one, not at 154. That's retarded.
So what the fuck is going on at 154 that
I
they're
don't
making
know.
it exceptional?
I don't know what the BC what they're thinking. You're either the mandatory at 147, but I think it's because Spence is going to move up, and it's basically going to be eliminator at 154, and then Spence will be number one, and then the 60-pound Charlo will go to 68, and he'll fight the winner of Benavides and Plant once he gets his family situation straightened out, his divorce, and the 54 will move to 60, and then Spence will move into 54, and then it'll be all free for all in the welterweight division, where the IBF champ will become interim champ will become the full champ, which will be Gerard Ennis, and then the winner of Virgil Ortiz and Stanionis will become the full champ because the title, the real title, will be vacant, and that's the way it's going to go down. And I don't know who the BC would be the box off in the BC. I'm not really sure.
Right.
Now, Ray, let me ask you this question. You've been
I'm
working
going
with
after God.
a lot of fighters. What's more detrimental to a fighter's career? Their opponent, drugs, or their women?
All three. Hey, I got to tell you guys a funny story. Do not ask me the fighter's name because I'm not going to tell you. Back in the late 90s, okay, a world champion was drunk, okay, and he said to me, okay, and no, he was a former world champ at the time. He says, I'm a womanizer. I do drugs. I drink like a fish, and I gamble. He says, I've got all the vices covered, and if I don't, I'll invent another one.
TJ.
So there you go.
Now, TJ, I think you're being a bit too funny. He says, Rick, if you were to spar Rachel, who would be the A side? Oh, obviously, you don't need to answer that.
Listen, I'm a 64-year-old guy. Okay, I'll be 65 in April. I'm not sparring anybody at my age, and I don't give a shit. And I don't need to spar. All I do is need to outthink somebody, and she's real easy to outthink. Let's put it that way to you. Continue.
Okay, look, let's talk about this. Everybody, Danny Medina won't stop asking the question. Nonito Donaire was in position for the belt with Maloney's. Maloney's came forward, said they couldn't do no business with these guys. They've been legally told. That's what we were told.
That's what Top Rank said.
Right, that's what Top Rank told them.
Listen. I love the Maloney's.
I want to get this off. What do you think about Maloney's being in number one, Nonito Donaire getting the belt, and it was sanctioned? I mean, they were mandating that fight, and then all of a sudden,
because he's going to fight.
Maloney moved another way to fight Nonito Donaire's leftovers. What do you think about that?
Well, listen, the Top Rank just doesn't want to spend $1 million for that fight. You know, 7, 8, 900,000.
Is Nonito Donaire not a big market value fight?
No, not at 40 years. No, not coming off a 2-round fucking destruction from fucking what's his name, and also being 40 years old.
But he's a legend.
It doesn't matter. He's not worth $700,000-800,000. They can do that fight for $250,000-300,000 without him. You're talking about almost $1 million for two fighters.
So
Donaire's gonna want.
Top Rank would not put the money up for Nonito Donaire and Maloney.
Correct. It has nothing to do with Pro Bellum. It's all bullshit, guys. Stop with this Pro Bellum. Pro Bellum's not even in business today. Do you see how stupid he sounds? Come on, guys.
Punch, what do you think about that, Punch? That Nonito's not the man anymore in the market value of millions.
I mean, if that's the market, I understand if Top Rank don't want to pay for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but isn't Nonito? I don't know in the American market. Is Nonito not the big legend like worth paying for? I mean, I'm just thinking.
Not after getting blown
not
out
after
in 2
getting
rounds
knocked
and
out.
being
Punch,
40 years old.
Not after getting knocked out.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening. Punch ain't answering.
No, I mean, for me, in my opinion, he should. But if the market says he's not, if Top Rank ain't willing to pay, who's willing to pay? Who's willing to pay?
Nobody. That's why they're not doing the fight.
And Nonito Donaire is in the building, and he says, "I am listening." So
he can listen as much as he wants. Continue listening. I didn't say anything that was wrong. Top Rank don't want to pay. They don't feel it's worth the money. That's why Maloney's going another direction.
It's almost like when we spoke the other time about the Parker and the Mise Andre. One day they worth 1.8, and then the other day they just worth 300,000. Like I can't control the market. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. Thank you, Punch. That was good. That was a good comparison. Thank you.
No, but maybe I don't know. If you get knocked out, he had the belt, but isn't fighting for the WBC belt automatically worth a certain amount of money with an ex-4-weight world?
Well, that's the point. That's the point. They can get both other guys to fight each other for 150, 200,000. Ask Donaire how much he'd want for that fight to fight Maloney. Ask him right now.
Donaire doesn't fight for less than nearly $1 million. Or 7,
okay, well then, if he wants $1 million, what do you think Maloney's going to want? 500, 400, 500,000.
That's what he's been getting, Rick. Listen, Nonito Donaire's been getting his money
but
all the time.
Time out, Punch. That's why they're not fighting.
Yeah, that's my point. Top Rank can put on the bill.
Top Rank can put on a whole fight with sanctioning fees, airplane tickets, and everything for $500,000, or they're going to spend 1.6 by the time they pay Maloney and they pay Donaire, and they have the miscellaneous expenses. They're saving $1.1 million. They can't get that back in revenue.
Okay, well, I think this is Nonito Donaire or Rachel. She says, if no one else wanted the fight in the purse bid, then wouldn't Top Rank just get it for their price? Huh?
They didn't want to take that risk that somebody else would jump in and possibly bid more money. Why would they do that? They had a guy that was #1 in 2 organizations, the BO and the BC. They chose to go the BC route, okay, on the BO route instead of the BC route. It saves them about $1 million. There's your answer.
But how do you feel if we could have a respectful, educated conversation? Would you mind if I send Nonito the link and we could have an educated?
No, I don't want to get into it. If you want to save it for another,
I'm just asking you if you
want. I'll tell you what. Let's see. Today's Wednesday night.
It'll be a nice educational.
Yeah. Wednesday night. We'll do it Wednesday night.
Okay, Wednesday night. The Donaires and Rick Glazier. We can have a very
no. You said no. Now you said Donaire.
So I'm going to tell me that.
Nonito.
Only Nonito.
I want to do business with a legend, not a newbie. Okay, fire away. So we got that straightened out for Tuesday, Wednesday night. Look forward to Nonito on the show.
Okay. Anyway, so you think the reason why the fight didn't happen is because they did not want to pay the money for this fight, and it's very simple. That's it.
Correct.
Okay.
They got a world title fight, and they guy can become a champion for $500,000. Okay. Now, let's say their guy wins and Donaire wins. Now they can make a big fight out of it because he's not coming off a loss anymore. He's coming off a win, and now they make a big unification bout if they want. It's business sense, guys.
Now
Punch, am
let's
I
say
wrong?
the new fighter that they got for the WBC to fight Nonito Donaire that they announced, right?
Yep.
No, you just spoke to Richard to Richard Schaefer.
Yep.
Him still not being
But
situated.
I didn't talk to Richard. I didn't talk to Richard about anything in particular. It was just a hello, goodbye for like 4 or 5 minutes. He was in the process of doing something family oriented.
Okay, but I'm just saying in the situation of him still getting situated, the business sense, what's going on with him and him settling down with his new business, getting off the pro bellum or whatever. Do you think that he still can make a fight with Nonito Donaire? Who's the fighter that they mandated? What's his name again? Rodriguez? Is it Rodriguez?
Emmanuel Rodriguez.
Yeah, I believe so.
No,
Yeah, he'll
somebody
be
else. It's somebody else.
No. I forgot, but
It's a Mexican guy that they're mandated. WBC has mandated him to fight this Mexican fighter.
Okay. Well, that's good.
What's the guy's name again? Even I know about it, and I got it sent to me the other day by WBC, and I still don't know the guy's name, but they send it to me. Rick.
But just look at the ratings.
Yeah,
Look at.
I'll show you now what it is.
Do you think that Richard Schaefer is ready to do that fight, even if his business is not situated the way that he wanted right now?
Well, you're asking me something that I cannot answer whatsoever. I have no idea. I like Richard. I'm a big fan of Richard's in the sense that I like the way he conducts himself as far as business goes. He's he does good things and some good things in boxing. I have zero complaints about Richard. He's a good guy.
Santiago Barrios says Nonito.
Santiago Barrios? That doesn't sound like a Mexican name. Is that a Mexican name?
Sounds Puerto Rican.
It sounds like South American.
That too.
Barrios, that's like an Argentinian name and Brazilian name. But anyways, the point is that if Jason Maloney wins and Donaire wins, now you got a big fight. You got a unification bout. Donaire distanced himself from that loss. He's a world champ again. Now the fight's huge. Okay, now it's a unification bout. One guy's from the Philippines, one guy fights in the United States, the other guy fights in the United States, the other guy's from Australia. They got Top Rank's got Sky TV over in England. They got a deal with Sky TV. They got ESPN Plus. They got ESPN. They got ESPN Deportes. Now the fight's big. Everybody, that's a fight what people look forward to. This guy's is a business move. Nobody's avoiding anybody here in the ring. Jason would fight Donaire. Donaire would fight Jason. It's not about the fighters. It's a business move by the. What's that?
No, I said facts. That's what I've been saying. None of these.
It's a business move. Yeah. I completely get it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts here. I get it.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, so for me though, I am a little bit surprised, right? Being from this side of the pond, thinking to myself that Jason Maloney would have done anything to have a kind of like a legend, Nonito Donaire, on his record, right?
But you're missing something here.
I'm missing that they're not worth the money what they would want for the fight. For the fight. So Bob Arum is not going to overpay when he can get Maloney into another sanctioning body for a belt for way less money.
Correct. And then if he wins and Donaire wins, now you got a huge fight.
So now he can get his money. Now he can get his money then after. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there could be a turnaround if Nonito Donaire wins his fight, Maloney wins that fight, they both can unify for more money.
Correct.
So this fight could happen in the near future for that money.
Well, I'm not saying it's going to be more money. It'll be more money than they would have paid the first time when it was a vacant title. When both guys went into unification bout, the fight's much bigger than if it's a vacant title. So they'll pay a lot of money. And Donaire, he'll gain with the world title now. He'll gain his reputation back.
No, but I think Rick Glazier already said this.
So you think that the reputation is cemented though at this point?
Punch, because I think Nonito, or if it's Rachel, they don't know that Rick Glazier already cleaned up that it's not because of Pro Bellum. It's not because of Pro Bellum. He cleaned that up. It's because he feels it's about the money and the value factor of what you wanted for the fight.
Correct.
Okay, you go Punch.
I forgot what I said.
Okay, so it just seems like Rick. Then let's keep it moving on this one. So, how do you feel about Canelo Alvarez? Now, you know his announcement is people know that he's going to fight in Mexico, right?
Right.
Oh, I was
he-
going to say that
Go on.
that Nonito Donaire's reputation is already cemented.
No,
In my
no,
opinion.
I'm talking about the current reputation. You're talking about legacy. I'm talking about presently that he got knocked out in 2 rounds in the last fight. It was by a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. I'm not questioning that. But if he wins the world title, he'll be worth a lot of money again. So let him win his world title. Hopefully Maloney wins his, and they got a big fight, and then it can happen.
But what do you think about Nonito saying what Maloney has no reputation then, or what? Does he not have a reputation?
I don't know. What does that have to do with it? One's going to fight.
Not because
one.
no, I think it's in reference when you said that that Nonito will get his reputation back.
Yeah, and what's his name will gain a reputation for being a world champion. They both will be world champs. A unification bout's much bigger than a vacant title. Come on, I mean, common sense must prevail, guys.
Yeah.
Hello?
So shall we go? Shall I move on, Punch?
Go ahead.
Okay, so a lot of people are not really been that excited, have been uplifting, especially in some people in America. Can you tell people about the John Ryder fight and with Canelo Alvarez fighting in Mexico? How do you feel about that fight for John Ryder? Some people have been downplaying it. What do you feel?
He's a mandatory contender.
Exactly.
He's the interim champion, the mandatory contender. He's earned his right to fight for the world title. And it's cool that he's a road warrior. He's willing to go over to Mexico to fight. And Canelo's taking out his mandatory obligation to continue to be undisputed champion. And I commend everybody involved. Very simple.
Okay, so you think, you know what? He's put himself in position. That's a fight for Canelo to come back at the end of the day. And the fight's in Mexico. If the fight's now, Canelo Alvarez officially announced that he will be fighting in Mexico, Rick.
Yeah, I know all about it.
Would you? Is that good? That's great for Mexico, right? Bringing it there.
Yeah, it's great for Mexico. You get a Canelo to fight there again after not fighting there all these years. Yeah, it's fantastic. Absolutely, not even a question.
Yeah, but the man that people really want to talk about, right, is this guy, David Benavidez. And
what's that? Listen. David Benavidez has been stripped of the title twice at 168.
Tell Mirage this. Go on.
What?
Yeah, there's a couple of David Benavidez fanboys in the
It's
chat
been
right
stripped of the title once at 160 at 168 pounds, not once but twice. Once for weight and once for drugs. Okay, let him go prove himself and be Plant, and then jump up with your pom poms as the interim champion of the WBC, and hopefully Canelo will fight him. But in the meantime, one time the guy's doing drugs, one time he's overweight. Come on, show some professionalism.
I mean, he lost it to cocaine as well, didn't he? Right?
Yes, cocaine and weight. I mean, twice. Come on, how professional is that, guys? You guys are smart. Come on, it doesn't even sound right.
Yeah, he thought he was David Montana. That's another story. So what do you think about this Edgar Berlanga getting a multi-million-dollar deal, they're saying, or he's saying a very great deal out there in millions, and then the end fight is Canelo Alvarez?
Well, first of all, it's a little convoluted. Here's why.
Talk to us.
Benavidez got a good deal from Hearn. There's not even a question about that. Yes. But here's the problem you got.
You mean Berlanga.
Berlanga. You're going to have mandatories due. You're going to have Benavidez barking that he's the interim champ and he's going to want to fight for the title. He wants to fight B-Ball again. When is this? And Eddie, it's only a 3-fight deal. When is this fight going to take place? I mean, he keeps saying he wants to fight B-Ball again. He's got mandatories due. When is this fight going to happen? I mean, truthfully, when will it happen? I mean, it's sort of a convoluted deal. Now, maybe it's a smokescreen that he doesn't really want to fight B-Ball again. I don't know that, but he's saying he wants to fight B-Ball. That's what he always says. Okay, and he's got mandatories due every time he turns around. When are they going to fit a Benavidez? Fight with Belenga there? Could he be the next number one in the WBO? Yes, he could possibly be the next number one WBO after Ryder. That's the only way that I can see this fight really happening in that 3-fight period where it happens in the third fight. Like a year and a half from now. Because don't forget, he's a super champion, so he doesn't have to do his mandatory, but every year and a half, not every year.
Well,
does that make sense, guys?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear what you're saying, but at the end of the day, for me, the Berlanga situation by putting Canelo's name there, that's just boosting his fucking profile. If you ask me,
what is somebody writing here?
They're feeding some gas up his ass.
Well, hold on. What is somebody writing here? Beyond the ring with Nonito and Rachel. Then which excuse is it? Who's saying what here?
I don't know. What did Nonito say?
I don't know. I'm not saying it's on the screen here.
What is it?
Which excuse is it? What's this guy talking about?
So I think what Rachel or Nonito must be thinking is it the excuse of not paying us the money, or you didn't want to do business with Probellum?
No, they don't want to pay you the money. That other thing's just an excuse.
Yeah,
there is no Probellum anymore, folks. Get it through your head.
Yeah, Probellum's done now.
Right.
So there is no Probellum because that's why everybody now is gonna. Regis Prograis should be able to fight where he wants now, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Regis Prograis should be able to fight elsewhere now.
You think so, but he's with those new people. That's fine, but it's not. Those new people have nothing to do with the old Probellum people. There's maybe they're going to keep a couple of employees. That's it, maybe two, and one's the lawyer and one's this matchmaker type. I've never met him. His name is Aaron. I don't know him.
All right, well, let's keep it moving. Vasily Lomachenko came out the other day, and he just said the other day that look, little things that we're waiting for. I've already been agreed to this fight. This is a fight that I want. And now Vasily Lomachenko saying that basically, first we heard that the Haney's wanted to, have a better contract. They wanted more money. And whatever they're doing, he goes, that's between them and the TV network. I've already signed my deal. I want this fight. Now, would you know? Have you heard any latest? Do you know anything about this fight?
Bill Haney's holding out for the best deal possible. He's jerking Top Rank off. And,
he's jerking him off, right?
Yeah, he's jerking him off. That's what he's doing.
Yeah. Bill Haney wants every penny for this deal.
Well, it's not a penny. It's other terms, other obligations going forward after this fight if he wins, other obligations if he loses. There's a lot of a rematch clause and all that kind of stuff. It's not as easy as it looks, folks. Believe me.
But are we coming to the end of this? This fight going to happen? What do you feel about it?
I'm not close enough to the situation to say it's going to happen or not. I would think it's going to happen because it would be like you said about Maloney that Donaire would be a great name on his record if he was to win. Well, it's the same thing if Haney Devin beats Lomachenko. It's a great name on his record. So same type of situation.
But
Bob Arum was he's been vocal in the past saying that he doesn't believe in rematches. Maybe that's what they're fighting for because they know that this is the last fight for them on Top Rank. So if Devin Haney loses, he loses the strap, he loses a promotional company. So he'll probably be a free agent. We don't know his market really. He never fought at home.
Well, that's why they're negotiating.
Yeah.
That's why they're negotiating. So best regards to all the parties involved. I hope it comes together. It's a fight that most everybody wants to see.
So you were with the De La Hoyas the other day. Is this fight with Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia? Can you share anything with the fans? How do you see this?
I don't know anything. I don't know any more than anybody else does. It's supposedly going to happen April 15th in Vegas at one of the couple places, which is I don't know, MGM or maybe T-Mobile or maybe the Alliance Stadium. They don't have the exact site yet. They just know it's going to be in Vegas. So that's
Right.
all I know. And
Do you
I'm
know
sure that
anything about Tank Davis's case? Have you been following that?
he just pled guilty and he's not getting sentenced till after the fight, which
And
would affect the rematch. Couldn't affect the rematch. So we'll see.
so what do you think about this case? Have you studied it? Do you think he's going
No.
prison? Do you think he'll go prison?
I don't know.
Also, you don't know enough about it, like we've studied some of it.
It's not a matter of know enough about it. Is I don't know the judge. You're asking me something. Is a judge? I don't know the judge. I don't know how he rules. I don't know. It's a legal case. It's not a boxing case. You're asking me about the law of about a hit and run. I mean, what do I in Maryland? I don't know nothing about that stuff.
I hear you. I hear you. It's not something that you could really make an outlook about. You know what I mean? It's not.
I mean, the judge denied house arrest, so if he is, I think if he does time, they'll give him a nice year. He come out in 6 months through shock if he goes in. I think that's my assumption.
Okay, well, I'm going to say this then. Look, a lot of fans in England have been mixed feelings on this one, Rick. A lot of Catterall fans, they wanted to see Josh Taylor with the rematch is what they were thinking that was going to happen. Now there's a fight getting mandated for Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez. Did you think that Jack Catterall should have got the rematch, or do you feel that this is a good fight for Josh Taylor then?
I don't think anybody's entitled to too much. Well, he didn't get the decision last time. Some people thought he got robbed. Some people didn't. I don't think he's entitled to anything. If it would have happened, it would have happened. If it didn't, it didn't. I think that Josh Taylor sees a lot of flaws that I also see in Teofimo Lopez that he can exploit, and I think that he ran the gamut with Jack Catterall, and he says, "Well, this is an easier fight and just as much money, and I got a better shot at winning this fight than I do the other fight." I believe.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Taylor says, "Look, this is still a harder fight." He's saying, "I'm getting more money for the harder fight."
I think style wise, and where Teofimo Lopez looks like a dog taking a piss on a fire hydrant these days. The way his legs kick up in the air when he throws punches and stuff.
That. Just because he was off balance and he took a punch, you can't.
Yeah, it looks like a dog taking a piss on a fire hydrant. Like I said, I think he sees the flaws that I see, and he's going to go after Teofimo.
So you got Josh Taylor. You got Josh Taylor in this fight.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, so then what?
I don't know if he can safely make the weight and be strong. If he can, he wins. If he can't, anything can happen.
Right. Teo's still good enough to win.
Nah, at that level, I don't know about that. But it depends if this guy can make the weight safely. If he's strong at the weight, Josh Taylor wins. If he's weak at the weight, anything can happen.
Anything, Punch?
Everybody knows my answer. I'm a T.O. guy, so not here to debate nobody. That's Rick's opinion. My opinion, T.O. all the way.
Okay. Well, let me just say this then. Anthony Joshua. Now, Anthony Joshua fighting Franklin. A lot of people not that hyped up about Joshua's choice, but I mean, he's got to come back, innit, Rick? He's got to build his confidence. I mean, it is what it is. You got to fight someone, right?
I don't think it's a bad fight. I don't think it's a bad fight. A lot of people think he beat Dillian White. I didn't. I thought it was close, but it's a good competitive fight as long as it lasts. So until it doesn't anymore, that's all.
It is what it is. You got to build up again in a couple of fights before he can get himself into a bit more of a big fight. I would say his biggest fight, would you agree, is Deontay Wilder now?
Yeah, I would think so. But I also think that a fight with Fury would be huge. Would be absolutely huge.
It was still massive.
Yeah.
It'll still be very, very massive right now. So what's your plans for the next couple of months? What you what you up to? You going to any places in boxing or any I don't know,
I'm
events?
probably gonna go to the Golden Boy fight in March 18th. Maybe go to their show in San Antonio with Virgil Ortiz, or not San Antonio, I mean Dallas, on the 29th of April. Then the 30th, I'm going to be in New York City because the New York State Boxing Hall of Fame inductions, and one of my dear close friends, Bob Keiko, who does a lot of things in boxing. He's a writer for Fight News. He's an editor for Box Rec. He's president of Ring 44 here in Buffalo. He does. He helps kids in the gym, helps train kids. He's just an all-around great guy, and he's getting inducted in the New York State Boxing Hall of Fame. So I'm going to be there for him. So I'm going to fly out of Dallas first thing in the morning, first flight out, and land in New York, and I'm going to pay my respects at the New York State Boxing Hall of Fame to my dear friend Bob Keiko. So that takes me up now into May. I'm going to go to New York City in May for a Yankee game. Go down probably for 2 days. Go to a Yankee game one night, and one night I'm going to eat at a fine Italian restaurant called Don Pep in Ozone Park, Queens. That's Don, D-O-N, separate word, P-E-P, separate name, P-E-P-P-E. And they got the best Italian food in New York. So there you go. At reasonable prices. They don't kill you. They don't beat you over the head.
I don't know. You don't look like a short spender.
Hey,
I've seen some of your pictures.
Punch.
I've seen
Punch.
some of your pictures out there in the restaurants.
Yeah, Punch. Yeah, my wife and I look at dining as entertainment. We enjoy going to really good restaurants, and we enjoy it. It's our entertainment.
Yeah, I think
Hey,
Punch is on mute or something's happening to his mic.
Oh, Punch. He's probably got us on mute because he's having sex with some gorgeous woman right now.
So listen, Rick, have you got any message for the people that really appreciate you over here?
Well, I think after what's come out with my the pay-per-view buys now, and now Steven Espinoza is saying it wasn't 200,000, citing my number of 61,000. I'm living rent free in people's heads.
Yeah, I hear you. Look, if nobody can't prove you wrong, then you know what I mean, it's your word against theirs, and they can't come at you with anything. So hey,
listen, it's a real simple way to put it. A real simple way to put it. Am I a liar? Okay, here's what you do.
They do call you. Some people come in. I mean, there's some big platforms call you a liar. Even Dan Raphael calls you.
Right. He said it wasn't in boxing. So he's a liar. So let me run this by everybody. Go to glazerboxing.com, GLASERBOXING, and it's a testimonial page of, and I have all the testimonials on file of everybody on there. They're all stalwarts of the business. Don King's on there. Bruce Trampler, who's the matchmaker Top Rank. He's in the Boxing Hall of Fame. Mark Ratner, who now works for the UFC in government compliance, but he used to be the commissioner and the executive director of the Nevada Boxing Commission. The list is endless. Go look at that, what everybody has to say about me. That's all there is to it. And then you'll see who the truthful one and who the liars are, and you'll see that I'm telling the truth.
Wow. And there is no way. I get hundreds of people coming here today, and every time we talk about this, there is no way to really see the 100% proof when Showtime tells you their numbers, right?
Well, they don't tell you the numbers. You're wrong.
No, but when people talk in behalf of Showtime.
But they're floating numbers to the press that don't exist. If those were real numbers, they'd have public announcements. Oh, this is what it did, and they'd make comment. There wasn't one comment on Boxing Scene when they announced it did 200,000. There wasn't one commentator, and no writer put his name to it. It was like random hits or some fucking thing. It was like a press release almost. And it wasn't one comment from PBC in there. Anybody from PBC? Tim Smith, their director of vice president of communications, and there was nothing from Showtime in there. Now, don't you think that if it really did 200,000, and then he admitted it did 200,000 after the fact, he knows I got the numbers because he knows what the number is. Fucking Steven Espinoza. It's not a secret to him. He's playing defense with and trying to play it with offense with me, and it ain't working. Everybody sees through. That's why they call him the fucking weasel. The fucking weasel. That's what fucking Connor Benz called him, and it stuck. The fucking weasel.
Conor McGregor.
Fucking weasel. The fucking weasel. Steven Espinoza. The fucking weasel.
So, Rick, it isn't like that with everybody. A lot of people think you don't get along with people. A lot of people think people don't like you in boxing.
Listen, my
It's
wife
not like
says
that
it
with
best.
everybody, is that, Rick? You got a lot of good relationships.
My wife says it about me. This is what my own wife says. Okay, listen close. She says 50% of the people want to kiss me on both cheeks when they see me, and the other 50% want to put two behind my ear.
You're a love and hate guy, then, yeah?
Yeah. Listen, you want to know the truth? I love to be hated. I love it.
Yeah, but
it's
you
great.
do get a lot of people who always talk about your name. So that must be you done something right that you got your name in their mouth. And some
listen.
on the internet. I don't know what you
I'm gonna explain.
You rub people in the wrong way on the internet or something.
I'm gonna explain this to everybody very nicely with one great sentence. I currently have 47 clients around the world. Okay, 2 fighters, 10 managers, and 35 corporate entities. Can everybody be wrong? There's truth in quantity, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you're doing great for yourself, then you don't give a fuck about anybody else, do you?
No, I do care. I care about my clients. I care about people that ask me questions. I'm not a self-centered prick, but you know what? I'm not going to be accused of being stupid, not knowing what I'm doing. I'm not really in boxing. I'm a liar. I'm this, I'm that. Please stop, everybody. Go to my Twitter and see who that I'm following. They're following back all the legends of the game, all the legends of the business of boxing.
I'm sure you've offended a lot of people. Because you've offended a lot of people, you've closed your own doors at some places.
Absolutely, I have no problem.
Like that. You got a personality like that.
Listen.
That's the way you
I
are.
have no problem if Steven Espinoza never wants to do business with me. You know why I don't have a problem with it?
Why?
Because I can make a living, just wonderfully live a comfortable lifestyle without Steven Espinoza. That's why.
That's the problem with people. I don't mean wrong, but with some people that they got such a strong personality. I told Punch this as well. Sometimes stop speaking certain things. You're closing the doors in boxing sometimes.
But that doesn't bother me. I look at it this way, okay? Yeah. So I have 47 clients. That's almost 50. Right. I do a little over 2% average. If I lose a customer on an average, I lose 2% of my business. So what? I turn down customers every day, clients every single day. Well, I'm sorry, once a week I turn down a customer. I turn them down all the time. Sometimes it's twice in a week. Sometimes it ain't for 2 weeks. They average 1 time a week that I turn down potential client. I'm going to pick it. I'll be 65 years old in April. I've earned where I am in boxing. I've been in boxing doing this 32 years full time as of this past January 1st. Okay. And in the meantime, I've earned what I've done and I've accomplished. That's all there is to it. Everybody says I'm the world's foremost expert on the business and the sport of professional boxing. So, and some people say, "Oh, he's full of shit. He's full of hot air. You don't know what he's talking about." I mean,
some people have said to me though they can't work with you, and I'll even mention the names if you want. I remember meeting Kid Austin and his dad a long time ago.
Well, that's fine. They offered me a contract, and I refused to sign it. I have that contract.
So
and
you
I
don't want to work with everybody sometimes in their terms either. Like the way it don't work.
That's right. I'm not going to be ordered around like a stuck pig, like Floyd Senior tried to. Schofield Senior tried to do. He tendered me a contract. I refused to sign it. I sent him a resignation letter. In the meantime, is that I'm not going to be. I'm moving on, and good luck and best regards.
But don't you feel a certain way that they reached to Golden Boy now? Like so you were part of that. You were part of that.
I don't care. I don't need them. Okay. What do I need them for?
So you don't.
Well, what? Let me ask you a question. You're a smart guy. You're a smart guy, Rapstar. What do I need to purchase myself aggravation?
I mean, not at your age. I mean, you want peace. You want relax.
Correct. People need me. I don't need them.
Oh,
Okay.
is that how you are now? Like that's how you've been in boxing. You
That's
got
how I've
something
always
what
been.
they need. You got something what they need. So at the end of the
Absolutely.
day,
When you could
And
provide
if
a
they don't,
service, you always need it.
that correct. My business is this. People say, "Oh, he's a failed manager. He's a failed this. He's a failed that." This is what I've been doing for 32 years. I am a 24/7, 365 worldwide provider of quality supplemental services to the professional boxing business globally since 1991. That's my business. I supply services. I am a service provider. And if Mr. Schofield says, Cedars says, we can't get along, well, we can't get along. That's why I left, because he's ordering me around like a stuck pig, like he's my boss.
Hey, are you still doing business with Mr. Ricky Ross?
Yes, Freeway Rick Ross, great guy, fantastic. The president of Golden Boy, Eric Gomez, fantastic. Brad Goodman, Bruce Trampler, top rank, fantastic people. Okay, the gentleman that runs Pro Bellum, Ruben De Jesus, wonderful guy. Tico Zabala and his son Clovis, wonderful people. You know, I've got clients everywhere. I've got friends in this business, clients. I love when my wife says,
What about
Rick,
Sean Gibbons?
he's an old friend. We presently aren't talking, but he knows why. It has nothing to do with money. No, that he failed to tell me something that I felt he should have told me, that he concealed, and you don't conceal something like that. People's lives and livelihoods are on the line. You don't do things like that. I do like Sean a lot, but it doesn't change my opinion of liking him or
You're
disliking him.
so fucking straightforward. You would even come out with that. Fucking hell, Rick.
No, I like Sean. I have no. Listen, I don't dislike Sean. If I saw him, I talk to him. It's not that I just can't call him up and talk to him on the phone, and you know he knows that part of our relationship is over. That's all. But I don't dislike him. Listen. I was glad his guy won the other night, Lara. I congratulated him. I says, "Congratulations, Sean," or I wrote it somewhere, but you know, on Facebook, Twitter, whatever. And I'm happy that his guy won. You know, I have no hard feelings with Sean at all. He's a great
Have
guy.
you
But
ever made a fucking book yet, Rick?
I've got the title for the book, but I haven't made a book, and I'm thinking about it. Yes.
Come on, Rick. You've seen boxing for how many centuries? Wait, I mean, not how many decades?
Well, I've been in it for 32 years. I've been watching boxing. The first fight that I ever not attended live, because of course I wasn't mass regarded. I watched it in the movie theater on closed circuit. It was March 8th, 1971, the first Ali Frazier Frazier fight. Well, that night I guess it was Frazier Ali because Frazier won. But it was the first Ali Frazier fight, and I've been smitten ever since. And then I studied boxing from 71 to 91 and entered the game in 91. I was studying.
You studied. Wait. You didn't participate, but you studied the game.
Yes, I studied all the promoters. I studied the managers. I studied the fighters, the trainers, and I studied for 20 years. And I got in the game with a head full of knowledge before I even got here.
Know, as a younger guy, that you know what, I'm coming into boxing?
Well, I'll tell you how I knew, because I'm a natural street guy. Okay, in other words, I've got street mentality, and I would watch fights on the closed circuit and at home on TV. And before the announcers would say, like Angela Dundee or Gil Clancy, I would be thinking the same thing before they'd say it. So I said to myself one day, I think I know a lot more about this than I'm supposed to know. And the next thing I know is I was gaining knowledge, and I was getting even more. I was figuring out who's going to win the fight before they started. And the next thing I know is in 1991, when I was in the 80s, I was a well-known, well-respected racketeer. I was single-handedly the Cray brothers without any murders. And I got indicted for racketeering. A whole bunch of shit that I did wrong, but it's all right.
You've been in prison?
No, Nope. I don't. I had no. My thing was no cooperation, 5 years probation, and a $50,000 fine, and I moved on, and that's how I got in boxing because the probation wanted me to give back. The judge wanted me to give back to the community, and I
Yes.
went down to the work with the young boys, the PAL gym, the Police Athletic Gym, and two of the kids wanted to turn pro, and that was my inroad into professional boxing. That was 1991.
And that's how you entered.
That's how I entered.
And you never looked back.
Never looked back.
And you gone.
I never looked back. I went from racketeering to fucking boxing. But there's no difference between racketeering and boxing. The quality of the people are the same.
Wow. So basically, in this business you've been in this business for that many years, and you haven't had to do any other business.
Not since 1991. No. Nope.
And boxing has given you great times. I'm sure it's given you bad times too, right?
You know what's the name? You know what's the name of my book, Rick?
What?
Boxing: The Gangster's Playground.
The what?
The Gangster's Playground. Boxing.
The Gangsters?
The Gangsters. Gangsters
Oh,
Playground.
Gangsters Playground. Yeah. Okay, that's good. I like it.
Rick, have you ever thought of ever doing some kind of, things that you know that these fans today can't relate with you because there's a different language in boxing and there's a different language, because I've learned this a lot by speaking to people like you and many people behind the scenes, that it's a different language on the internet for these people. They get told something and really this is going on. And that's why it's hard for you to relate with so many of these YouTubers. Am I correct?
Yeah, because I know what the truth is, and they're going by what they heard some guy say. There was in La La Land or Rah Rah Land, and like a cheerleader. And I tell it straight up and tell the truth. That's all there is to it. People ask me all the time, how can you go against people? Blah blah blah. Okay, fine. So if I piss a client off, I lose 2% of my business. Okay, big deal. 2%, a little over 2%, 2.1%. Oh, big deal. I don't give a shit. I'm here. I do business in a business-like manner every day. I supply a service. And people that do business with me know I supply a great service.
Now, I've seen some people, and there have been some names, and over across the pond, like, they haven't had great things to say about you. I'm going to mention names. Lou DiBella. Why does he not have good things to say about you?
Well, because he fucked me out of 7,500, and he's a scum-sucking pig. I named it that, and that's what everybody calls him now. He fucked me in November 2010. He fucked me out of $7,500. So it's a fucking asshole.
Just over 7,500.
Well, yeah, but that was a lot of money back then. That's what 22. It's like 18 grand today.
Hey, listen, Lou DiBella, man, that's chump change to you. If you're hearing anybody knows you should just pay Rick on a cash app.
Yeah, no big deal. What else? Who else? Come on, speak up.
I mean, I'm just saying, right? There's been people that have never really.
Oh yeah. But you gotta really think to yourself. These are the people that hate me that are in the business. Either guys that I've told them to go fuck themselves, okay, or talk about them and tell the facts, like Al Heyman and Tim Smith and Steven Espinoza, those kind, or the people that are jealous of me, of my success.
But I want to tell this geezer, what's his name? Pounds Boxico. He says Lou DiBella is a scumbag. How do you know? How does he know though? But how does he know?
He is. If anybody that knows Lou knows he's no fucking good. Please.
Okay, I mean that's your views on him, so that's why you and him don't have a great relationship. People want to know in the chat, how did you meet Don King?
I was doing business with his son Carl. Starting in 1992, I was supplying him with sparring partners, and he kept telling Don, listen, you got to meet Rick. This guy's the guy. This guy's the guy. He's amazing what he can do. Blah blah blah. And finally, come 2003, Carl made the introduction finally, and he was tried before, but Don wasn't interested. But then I'd already been in the business now 12 years at that point, and I was an established force. So Don, when I first met him, Carl introduced us, and Don said to me, I knew we had to work together. I said, why is that, Don? He said, because I used to I always hear your name on average 7 times a day. I says, what about Sundays? He says, thank God I don't. So in the meantime he said, I used to hear my name 7 times a day. He knew he had to work with me. Everybody can't be wrong. There's truth in quantity. So we struck a relationship in 2003, and we worked together through 2016 when I developed a cancer, and then I really couldn't travel for almost 3 years, 32 months. I couldn't travel. Well, a little more than 32. I couldn't travel for 36 months. I had cancer for 32. And Don and I are still friends. I have no problem with Don. Don and I are still on good terms, but I just don't. Don does a couple shows a year now, and it's just not how I do business.
Don's lost his way in
Yeah, yeah.
the TV networks now. He don't have the deals anymore.
I need action from clients.
Yeah.
Not 2 shows a year and stuff I need action. I make money in volume. I need action. So it's good. If Don called me up and say, Rick, I need you put your thinking cap on. I need you to help me with this. Of course I would.
So my
I love
question
Don.
is this: some people have said that Don King is a cheater, especially boxers came.
Well,
can you
listen.
tell us why? Why did they label that Don King is a cheater? Is that,
Well, Don lost a lawsuit to Tim Witherspoon. Don lost a lawsuit Don settled with Mike Tyson. He lost a lawsuit to Terry Norris. So it's sort of in black and white. In other words, it's not a black and white issue, but it's in law. It's in black and white. It was in the results. So that's all I'm going to say. Don has never cheated a fighter that I worked with. That I bought when I say worked with, they weren't my fighters. I brought to Don. They got paid every penny, and I got paid every penny that I worked when I worked with Don. I got paid every single penny, and Don was always great to me. And I hold on one second. Hold on one second.
Me?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I never had a problem. I never had a problem with Don. Okay. I never had a problem with Don ever when it came to money for any of the fighters that I brought him, or any of the fighters I brokered deals for, or any situation of my own money. I just never had a bad situation with Don. It just wasn't like that. Don
at least you're
treated me like-
straightforward and you want to be honest about it. That you will give Don credit, because not many people have done that. They don't give Don King his credit, and it's it's nice to see that you are actually telling me that Don King is a faithful man to you.
Yeah, he's always been good to me. What happened with him and other people unassociated with me, I don't know. But he lost lawsuits, so obviously he was wrong. I'm not defending him from losing lawsuits, but I am saying to you that I had a great relationship with him, and I continue to have a pleasant relationship with him.
That's the same way as us. I've known you for nearly over a year and a half now.
Well,
and we got a good relationship with you, but others say, oh, Rick Glazier, he's this and he's that, but that's always the way. Some people are just that way.
Yep, that's for the wait. Hold on one second.
Right.
It's all finished. Yes.
So I don't want to take you away. I can see you're busy, and I'm gonna reach out to you.
It is 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I really appreciate you, but I want to say this. Punch has left.
He's left.
No, what happened is I think he's got a problem with his audio, so he comes back in and out. He's coming back, and then he comes out, then he comes back.
Sounds like he's with a woman, as you're describing.
I don't know, but Punch will pop up out of nowhere again, and then he comes out again, and then he comes back again. I don't know what he's been doing.
Maybe he might be chowing down on a sandwich or something.
Yeah, he might be eating. He's a New Yorker. He eats all the fucking time, that cunt.
Yeah, the New Yorkers do eat all the time. It's true.
Yeah. But Tip Bayless wants to ask you this question. Rick.
Sure.
A man like you, right? He says, who owes you favors in boxing that you would say? Or would you not say it?
Nobody really owes me favors. Everybody pays me for my services. Nobody.
You owe me favors.
Yeah, my wife said. My wife said. Yeah, I told him now what you say about me. My wife what my wife says about me. Either people love me, they want to kiss me in boxing, they want to kiss me in both cheeks, or they want to put two behind my ear. So listen, Punch, I'm going to sign off. Anybody wants to follow me on Twitter, it's at Real Rick Laser 1. It's Real Rick Laser 1, GLASCR. And there's a lot of fake Rick Laser accounts out there. Beware, there's about 5,900 followers I got. And I came on in January of 2020. So don't be fooled by the fake Rick Laser accounts.
And
Okay,
let's see,
guys?
we might set up the live with you and Nanito Donaire on Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday night. I look forward to
Let me
it.
say, can you please give a message? There's so many people here who love you, but what about the haters? What can you give the message to the haters?
I love the haters too. The haters make me the person that I am. That's why I get up in the morning, in the middle of the night, at 3 o'clock in the morning at work. It's not the success of the business; it's because I'm showing the haters that they're wrong.
Well,
okay.
Yeah. The haters
I
is
love
what
haters.
makes you.
I love people that hate me.
Your voice gets louder with the haters.
I love it.
Yeah,
I do.
Rap Star really appreciates you, Rick. We appreciate you here because you can be yourself here, and we respect you. I'm gonna say today, Rick Glazier.
I'm always myself.
We respect you being real. At least whatever you say, we might not all agree, but you say it how you do, and you don't back off. And we should appreciate that. All right.
I look forward to no Dito Don't Air coming on Wednesday night at 12 o'clock East Coast time.
A gentleman's conversation.
Absolutely. Listen, I love to talk to a legend.
All right.
Okay. In the meantime, I'll let you go. Have a wonderful evening, a wonderful morning, wherever you are in the world, and I will talk Wednesday night. Okay. Bye, folks. Bye now.
Bye. Well, there you had it, guys. Rick Glazier. You know what I mean? Either you agree with him or you don't. He is who he is. You know? He says it as he is. But at the end of the day, you know, that's his opinions. He's done a lot in boxing. He's worked around Roy Jones, Joe Calzaghe. He's done things with Don King. He's worked with so many people, right? At the end of the day, he's very vocal and he speaks like a street guy. And he's come from the street. He shows a little bit no respect sometimes to the guest, you know, but that's just the way he shoots. He doesn't like sugarcoating it. But we should have a live part 2. I need to go reach out to the Donairs because now you heard it, that he is saying it's not Probellum. That's his views. And he's saying it's because of the money that they can't provide a legend like Nanito Donaire. They're telling me on this side of the pond that America can't pay is what Rick Glazier is saying, is that the funding isn't there. I don't understand. I mean, maybe they're right. I don't know. But I need to speak to the Donairs. This needs to be part 2. You know? What do they think about those views of that the money that they can't pay the money for Nanito Donaire and Jason Maloney? And knowing that Rick Glazier knows Top Rank and he does business and he knows Richard Schaefer really well. Listen, Rick Glazier was on the phone with Richard Schaefer. Just before I was speaking to him, he was on the phone with Richard Schaefer. So maybe we need to speak to the Donairs. Do you get what I'm saying? But let's just reach out to the Donairs. Give me a second. Is Rachel in the chat? Is Nanito in the chat? Are they in the chat? Because they were in the chat, right? I'd love to speak to the legend, the manager, the queen, Rachel, because they've been speaking about them, saying that there's no value. There's no money to put up for Nanito Donaire. And that he ain't worth the money is what Rick Glazier was saying. Now, that's going to be what Rick and maybe, I don't know, he said he'll speak to Nanito about it if Nanito wants to speak to him about it. But we know that, you know, that's a bit, it's gone from Probellum now. down to the value of money. That now Rick Glazer's saying that Nonito at 40 years old and after being stopped by Monster Inoue doesn't have the same hype of the worth the money of what they want to pay in Top Rank. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. At this point, we can just only speak to the people. You know what I'm saying? But give me a second and let's see if the Doners want to come on or not. But let me send the link. Otherwise, I'll just shut it down in a bit. You know what I mean? The live's been going on for a long while already, bro. Fucking hell, we've been live for a while. Let me check. Give me a second. Anyway, let's see, man. I don't know. I'll try to reach out. Let's see if they want to speak about it. If they don't want to speak about it, then maybe they'll speak later about it. You don't know. But I'm sure they were in the chat earlier on. You know what I'm saying? And I want to give, obviously Rachel and Nonito their, views on this before I shut it off. I was just trying to see what they got to say about it, I want to respect their opinions. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know because I'm not from that side. I don't know. Everybody's got their views. The Maloneys have got another view. Rick Glazer's got another view. Top Rank's got their views. The Donairs have got their views. You know what I'm saying? But yo, all kinds of shit was said, bro. All kinds of shit was said. But it don't look like nobody wants to come on anyway. So I might as well shut this one down, right? I might as well shut this one down, guys. You know? I'll give it another couple of minutes. I'm fucking tired. I got back to take a nap. You know what I mean?
What up?
How are you?
I'm great.
Can we meet you?
My name is Tunde Tupac, aka the Rap Killer.
Tunde Tupac.
The Rap Flexer. Kill them all.
Your name. Your name is
Tunde Tupac.
Tunde Tupac.
You can write the Rap Killer there.
But Tunde is your name.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Tunde, with your dressing, I know the kind of song that you're about to present.
Yes.
So you want to tell us about it?
Just rap game. I kill the rap game because the haters want us down, but they're not going to get us.
You don't need to tell us about the haters now.
Rappers, right? You're a
Yes.
rapper.
Rapper.
Good. Let's hear you.
Check it. Ha ha. Check it. Ha ha ha. Check it. Check it. Check it. I rule everywhere. I rule. They want to take me down, but they cannot take me down. Yeah. I rule New York. I rule Lagos to Atlanta. We go to Chicago. Check me out. Check my game. My game is tight. All the haters, I shoot them in the brain. Boom, boom, boom. I've been around with my guys, 50 Cent, Tupac, Biggie, Snoop Dogg. We're all in this game together because I kill them all. I kill Tupac and I kill Biggie. I kill them all because they can't contain my rap game.
Hey!
It's off the hook because I kill you all now.
No, calm down. You killed who?
It's just a lyric. Don't fear.
Lyric.
Yeah.
Your lyric will put you in trouble. You have to be very careful. You don't just go about saying things that you don't know.
It's a rap game. That's how it is.
Oh, okay.
How old are you?
I've been in this game for more than 20 years.
How old are you?
I'm 15 years old.
What?
Just forget my age. Just focus on how long I've been in the game.
And you know Tupac. You know Snoop Dogg. You know
By the
50
grace of
Cent.
God, we met in the States.
Oh.
Which state?
Akwa Ibom.
This guy.
You're just a joker. You know what? Just go. We'll get back to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rap Star Boxing Knowledge is back in the motherfucking house. Canelo Alvarez is going to fight in Mexico. Canelo Alvarez has told the world that he'll be fighting in Mexico. So that is what Canelo Alvarez is going to do. So May is the date for Saul Canelo Alvarez. You get me? You know what I'm saying? That's the date for this fight, bro, with Canelo Alvarez. But look, guys, ain't nobody jumped on. I think we don't want no smoke today right now. You guys had a great live. You know what I mean? Rap Star's cooked enough. I was trying to see if my peoples or the Donaires wanted to come on. So I just wanted to keep it open. Because obviously everybody's opinions are always welcome at Rap Star Boxing Knowledge, bro. You can't just hear one side and not hear the other side. You understand? And then it's down to you to hear what you got to hear. But put some respect. You guys need to start respecting Rap Star Boxing, bro. You guys need to start to support the channel that what I do for you guys. I give you guys content. You know what I'm saying? I give you guys content. I'm even giving you more content. Now, Rick Glazier coming back. I don't know. The Donaires might come back and give you their content. And what's going to happen, I don't know if they're going to talk Wednesday. We'll see. But what we do know is we get exclusive content on Rap Star Boxing Knowledge, bro. So you guys be safe. And peace from the Middle East.
Right, what's going on here, Donny Zonderets? Barry's actually going to propose to Sandra. Sandra has been giving Barry mad head lately, and he's witch, yeah? He's doing this behind the back of the boys because they know, yeah, they would have cussed him out for proposing to Sandra. Tracy had one job to do, and that was to record it. But she's all over the bloody place. Barry's clocked that she didn't get the footage, so he's going to propose to Sandra again. Oh, for fuck's sake, Tracy! What's going on?